Bonnie's You Know What Dude podcast on riotcast.com.
This show is fun. Dynamite. My friend's wife. Stuff in your stomach. You put your pants up so high.
That's the way that that's
Who?
fashion.
What are you, Mary Tyler Moore? So anyways, that's the way Dan Natterman, I think, should dress. Anyways, we have a great show. Welcome back. You know what, dude? Laughable.com. The boys were supposed to come tonight, but they bailed. Anyways, I just want to plug them. We always plug them at the beginning of the show because they support the show. They support all of us who do podcasting. This app supports us all because they go in and they put our shows in manually, I believe, still, right?
Yeah.
So that when somebody does this show, like Bonnie or Jason or what's your name? Dante.
That's me.
They can go and see the show and then see you and then see your show and then see all the other shows you've been on. It's a unique app. The functionality is amazing. And if you love podcasting, you have to get Laughable right now. Go and get it. It's free. Laughable, the greatest podcasting app out there. What else do we got, Mike?
Well, there's also Cellar Vegas. Don't forget about that.
Oh, Cellar Vegas last week. It was Attell doing his own show for 2 nights, sold out to the fucking rafters. And I guess, you know, Attell is one of the funniest guys in the fucking world.
Of course.
Bonnie McFarlane's here.
Yeah.
The funny part of the Vosses.
Rich is pretty funny. Don't take that away from him. There's lots of things we can get mad at Rich about. Look.
Yeah, if you want to hear that, just listen to their podcast every week, which I do. Oh my God, I get so mad.
We talked about you last week.
Oh God, I don't even. All right, whatever.
You haven't listened yet?
I haven't listened yet. No, because I'm behind a little bit. If I fucking get, look, I love Voss so much. I really do. And I will fucking say this right now. He's fucking the funniest guy. He's one of the funniest people. I could talk to him all day. I could do TV shows with him. I could do anything with him.
Why did you have sex with him and then I'm out?
Exactly. But when I hear him do a podcast with you, it infuriates me.
Is he doing? I know we've talked about this before. Is he faking? Is he fucking with me?
No, because he does the same shit to all of us.
Oh, but it doesn't anger you guys the way
it angers us. But you can't fight it because it's like
a brick wall.
It's like my mother said, "I'm never gonna change," and I was like, "He's never gonna change.
Right.
He's 60. What is he gonna do? Gonna work it out now?"
I know.
It's done. And when to hear you slowly get heated is because you start out, you try to be funny, you try to be, and then all of a sudden he does his thing, and then he goes off on his a tangent, and you're like, I'm trying to do this, and you fuck, and then he drags you, but then he laughs at you. There's something about Voss when he laughs at you with that raspy.
He only finds joy. You know, we call him the joy killer,
Yes.
Raina and I. And
me now.
Yes, he's the joy killer. Like, and anybody who's having fun, he comes in and tries to destroy it. Then if you get mad, he will laugh. That's like if he gets Raina to a point where she's like, "Leave me alone," he's like, like suddenly he's running around, jumping with his 2 feet in the air. You know.
Well, we just did he did my live from the shed.
Yes, so funny.
And he, God damn it, dude, he makes me laugh. He says shit on that show where I'm literally, I'm looking out a window like, am I not? Did I hit my head? Did I die? Did I die? Is this some type of purgatory that I'm in?
You know, Gary Gulvin said that he when he's on stage, there's divine intervention because he'll come up with words and concepts that seem so smart and intelligent when he's on stage, and then when he's off stage, he's just like such a dumb guy. You know, it's like crazy. It's like he loses it all the minute that light gets off of him.
But here's the thing: is that he's so dumb that he's like, but he's not dumb because every once in a while he gets it right. I remember me and Keith were doing a show, and we were like talking about gun problems or whatever, gun issues. And he was like, "You got to take," and we're sitting there going, "We could do this, you could do that," and he goes, "You got to take away the bullets."
No, that's a Chris Rock bit.
Well, we're like, shut up. No, but he was bringing it up as a fact.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
He wasn't bringing it up as a joke. He was going, here's what you got to do.
Right.
Listen to me. You don't need to listen to me. Here's what you got to do. Got to take away the bullets. Me and Keith were almost going to hit him with things. You're like, shut the fuck up. We find out, we Google it. It's the exact thing that they say
Right.
that would work. The only thing that would work, because it's the only loophole with gun laws.
Right.
If you stop making the bullets
right.
and made the bullets out, they wouldn't. They just have these useless guns.
Right.
With nothing. So Dummy was right. Anyways, who else do we got?
Well, we got Dante Nero and Jason
what's up?
Cantor in the house.
Dante Nero.
What's going on?
Jason Cantor. Jason. You look like you shouldn't be here.
What does that mean? What,
I don't know,
physically
you-
or?
I don't know, you look-
Classy.
I feel like you should be like giving some type of Antifa speech at Berkeley right now. You're very what?
I do look like a white supremacist, and
You-
I know that
no,
because
you-
I
No,
play,
and
I-
Antifa's not.
No, Antifa's the
opposite.
is
Oh,
the
yeah,
opposite. Exact
They're
opposite.
fighting that.
Oh, okay.
No, you look like a liberal. You look like a Boston 10-year college professor.
It's calling you cuck.
Give me those.
No, I'm not. Am I?
But they call them cucks on both sides. It's the guy that likes watching a guy fuck his wife, and then the other side, it's a guy whose wife tells him that he wants to.
That's the same guy.
Speaking of cocks,
Well, who's getting
Dante Nero has made that come to fruition for a few people in his life,
You know,
right?
I'm versatile.
Have you ever cucked? Have you ever been the guy, the
Yeah.
black guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to say yeah.
No?
No.
How long have you known me?
I don't know, but I'm thinking back. Have you ever fucking been over my house when I haven't been there? All
No.
right, listen.
No, he'll only do it if you want him to come over,
That's-
and then
you
you
gotta-
sit in the
it's-
closet. And then
No,
you
they just stand
Oh,
like
they just
right
stand
there.
right
Yeah.
there?
Or sometimes they'll hold her head.
Hold her
Oh
head.
Stroke
my
her.
God! Like she's
Stroke her.
having a baby. Disgusting.
A stroke her head.
Very respectful.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. You've done this. Have
Yeah.
you been? Were you paid?
Yeah.
What? There's a fucking market for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
my
Oh my
God.
God!
Wait a minute. So you got paid by a white dude, right? It has to be a
Yeah,
white dude.
white
right?
dude.
Older or younger? Middle?
I was in my 20s. He was in his 40s.
So he's older. He was older.
Yeah.
So he paid you to come to his
Yeah.
house. Was it in Manhattan?
It was in Miami.
Miami.
Flew me to Miami.
He flew. Where the fuck? What the fuck are
How
you?
do you find
did
you?
you forget I was a stripper for 11 years?
No, I did not.
So I was stripping, and his wife was a
By the
fan
way,
of
this
mine.
is the only workout that he does. His jewelry.
That's actually an award from his stripper days. That was supposed to go on his cock. Great if you held it up and showed the cameras. Do your thing.
Ah, there you go.
All right, so you're stripping.
And
How
she
does
was a
he-
fan.
She was a fan of you. What were you on, like the Dirty Down Under? What kind
No,
of?
I did.
Can we
I
see a
had my own.
picture of you in your 20s?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Isn't it on Google?
No, we're gonna Google.
It's on my gram. On the gram.
our Instagram. Dante Nero. So we got it. He's
love
fucking
Dante Nero.
Dude, new Mike is fucking great.
Yeah.
Is that what we call him? What do we call him?
White Mike.
Oh, White Mike. He's White Mike. That's Mushy Mike. He's Mexican. Oh, look at you. So
Still
anyways,
a hot man. Look
Well,
at that.
I mean, he looks hot. He looks like he's really hot. Like he's
No,
sweating.
like sweating.
sweating.
He's going through menopause.
You got to scroll back 30 years though.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Listen to me. He looks just like
Is that
Jason.
you? Oh no, that's.
Let me ask you a question, Dante. Let's not look at the screen because
There it
that's
is.
going to take forever.
There
Wait.
it is.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wait, stop.
Oh my god, that's like a whole other thing that
young-
white guy was getting that
look-
guy to fuck his wife. That's like
Oh my God, you look like The Rock when he first got into WWF.
Yeah.
Prince
But he was
Man
Rocky
Dingo.
might be, yeah.
Yeah, bring up Rocky Mavi. Bring up Rocky Mavi.
What? I don't even know if looking at this is racist.
Did you ever mail bombs to people?
Never. Once or twice. What are you gonna do?
You look like that guy too. You look like The Rock, dude. Look at that.
Oh my
That's
god.
hilarious.
That was the nice rock.
yeah.
When
yeah.
they were booing him.
Yes.
God
Compare
damn
the two. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2.
So you
fucking same guy.
that's like a fetish,
Yeah.
right?
We mean
That-
the cuts.
not even just him, not just him wanting to see someone fuck his wife, but wanting to see that guy
Yeah.
fuck his wife.
I mean, I was just. That's just what I was doing.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why the mask? Did you just want more stuff to take off to
Anonymity.
prolong?
Wait, is that what
if
you
you
look
see, I
like?
was-
Is that what you look like when you fucked his wife, or that guy?
Both, a little bit of both.
That's wrong.
Super rock.
Where? Please tell me you have that headpiece.
I do have it home.
You might get fired from this podcast.
I would love to see that headpiece. It probably has coffee stains on
I
it.
made that thing. I
You
made
made it?
Out of
Yeah.
what?
It was
kill a bird?
peacock feathers, and I used to make my own costumes.
Honestly, it looks like a pill hat. Right? Like you
Well, it's-
stole
you
it
know
off
what
some little old
no, you know
lady.
what it is? It's
and then you put feathers in it.
it was it's cardboard covered with fake fur.
I will
and,
make these feathers the exact length of my penis.
and you see the leg bands is actually weave hair.
What?
Off of
Yeah.
girls that you fucking dated?
It was new.
Those are girls you were pimping? Were you pimping back then?
Yeah.
And that thing on
There's
his
a pimpin's picture too.
that thing
Where?
on his leg was a
It's
bath
it's on the
towel.
gram.
Is it before this? Or...
Probably after.
So wait a minute. Did you get that from your girls?
No, because you don't want to. You don't want
That's
to go
hilarious.
sweaty and shit. But
You were pimping back then. I love that I say
God
you.
damn it.
That's when you were pimping and you're like, yep.
yeah.
Like
But
if
was I supposed to go? No, I can't.
I know, but if I can't say I was pimping.
I didn't. It's like
because you weren't.
If I was pimping.
You were pimping.
Hot pimp bitch back in the
No.
87.
You don't
Pimp of
have
the
it.
year.
One
you
year.
don't
Pimp of the
have
Pimp of the year. Pimp of the year. You used to call me Goldilocks.
it. You're not that kind of person.
okay. It's the first row. First row.
You got to be tough. I
Down,
mean, not that you're
down
not
more.
tough, but come on.
Did you ever,
I was
you
tough
have
on
to-
my hoes. I was tough.
Can't even say it.
Dude, my bottom bitch, that bitch, let me tell you something
Did you
about that
ever
hoe.
backhand a hoe?
I'd rather not discuss that at this point.
You see what I'm saying?
What
Okay.
about, what about backhanding a John? Is it something we can talk about? Is that not
Yeah.
a Me Too violation?
Crack a couple jaws.
I made Dawn flinch last week.
I know you didn't.
I did.
Wait, you almost trip on
Would
her?
you tickle her?
You fucking cocksucker. I had my joke locked and loaded, and he fucking sidetracked me, and you swooped in, you son of a bitch. God damn it. It'd be funny if there was a video of him just cracking a bitch. Whack. No, bitch. Get my money.
Keep going down.
Oh, shit. Look at you.
That's crazy.
Look at those shoes. Is that one of your hoes? Wait a minute. Go back. Is that one of your hoes? Click back. Who's that?
No, keep going down.
Oh, that's Caroline Ray.
That's some prime white woman there.
I make money off of that. I make money off of
USDA
that.
prime white girl.
Oh my God.
So that's crazy to me that you. So this guy the wife is a fan of. Please tell me what your name was.
Prince Mandingo.
Prince
It was
Mandingo.
on the
You
I
don't
didn't
bring
read it.
over
I can't
Prince
see.
Mandingo unless you're ready
So-
for some fucking shit.
So
to go
Prince
down.
Mandingo. No, you were you were Prince Mandingo.
Yeah.
And she was a fan of yours up here.
Yeah.
Or did you travel?
I traveled too, but she was a fan up here. I went up and down the East Coast a lot.
So she was a fan of yours, and she said, He was like, "What do you want for Christmas, baby?"
Who wouldn't be a fan of it? Did
she
you see
was
the
like-
picture?
I don't know, my wife, Dawn from Boston.
I can see Don. No thanks. Nah.
I always get nervous when Dante comes over, though. He always pulls up in a motorcycle. I always watch Don's first eyes. Like, was waiting for her to go like this.
There it is. There it is. Right
Where?
there.
Is that your girls?
Yeah, that was.
Ah, look
Aw,
at that.
they're pretty. Aw, I like her lipstick.
Can I just say something really quick? I love the fact. I remember I was watching virtual reality porn last year for the first time at the Comedy Connection, and I put the thing on, and you look around this room, and there's a girl right in front of you, walks up.
That's a real thing.
It's
thought that was-
incredible.
Is
I
it
thought that was the
anime or is it
future.
real?
No,
No,
it's a woman walks up, and you can look down at you, and it's not your cock. It's a way better cock than mine. And and you look around the room, you can look behind you, and she looks right in your face like, "Baby, hey, baby," and I
No,
literally
for real.
I
you're like,
started pumping. I had to take them off. I was like, "Get these off me." I was in a bar, literally pumping.
Really?
Because it was incredible. And then this girl put them on, and she was looking around. She's like, "Oh, I love this kitchen.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Where do they get those cabinets?" I was like, "Jesus Christ."
I was kind of doing the same thing where I was like looking at there's like a curling iron on the bathroom sink in the background and like just looking around this house that they're filming the porn in.
Right.
But why did you care about a curling iron?
Yeah.
It's just weird. I mean, I've jerked off to
he wanted a hot
thousands of
one.
hours of porn, but
He's
I
just
never
looking
saw
at his long, luscious hair in the virtual reality. That's all he cares about.
the whole
In the virtual reality, I've got hair.
The whole head's blurred out too. Was that the same?
No,
as yours?
she was not blurred out.
The dude though.
Oh, you can't see the dude.
Yeah,
you can't see. Your head is the guy's head.
Yeah, you want to be the dude.
But this is crazy. First of all, I mean, have you checked up on any of these girls? Are they okay?
That one seems too young.
No, they
Which
were,
one?
They were all legal.
You mean the one with the
Lipstick?
diaper?
Aw. No, that one seems too old. The one.
Can you zoom in on the bottom left one, please? I would like to see that.
Bottom
Is,
left.
is that you
the
sneaking
girl in the
up?
very middle seems too young.
Which
No,
one?
Nobody was too young. They were all legal.
Where'd you get that hat? Look
Look
at
at
you. You're just a
Stetson.
there, that girl right there with the striped shirt on.
You're just goofy.
That's like a kid.
Yeah,
No,
she's
she
only
was
around.
like kids.
How old was she?
I was 23.
That's
20
not that question I
and
asked.
So she was probably 21, 20, like that.
All right, good answer.
They only have to
Probably.
be legal at 18.
What
so
about
I
the
think
what
you
about
could,
the one right
Oh,
there?
they look young. God damn it.
What about the one right there with the A cups?
Which one was it?
The little one, the 13-year-old looking one.
They do look young. That one looks
Which
young.
one?
That one looks, honestly,
Dante was selling women. What the
that one looks like she can't leave. Okay.
I never.
No,
you
they're
never,
looking- stop.
I lived with them for
Listen,
a while.
first of
Like,
all, the one with the purple on right there with the arrow, she's
Yeah.
looking at the guy with the gun pointed at all of them.
Yeah, she's like,
saying,
oh,
smile, bitch.
this is
I was
fucked
not
up.
a gorilla pimp.
You look,
I
but
was
you
not
look
a
like you're
gorilla
scared too. Like you don't want to
No, I
be
was
there.
But that
I
girl
was
right
tired.
there, where the butt there, wow.
I was
wow.
just.
What is that? That's
I was just exhausted.
that
really
butt. That
tired.
she is
That's
black.
hot, right?
Yeah.
She's black. That's like black. That's like.
Is this like a photo day, like with
Man,
high
look at
school
that
and
butt.
shit like that? You guys all.
Was
Why are they? Who are they looking at? Who's the top people looking at?
I don't know.
They're looking at something scary. Did they see a ghost?
Yeah, they're like,
Well, it's one of those things that's obviously an old film camera, and there were probably 6 people taking pictures, and everyone's looking in a different
Yeah.
direction and shit.
oh, I thought you meant it was like so old
was-
that like you
I
had to
was
stay still for
extra
like 20
tired.
minutes.
That was exhausting. Because you have to kind of be their dude, all of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it a job? Was it
yeah.
not? Was it not?
It was
I
a
had to
job.
give hugs every morning. Ah, what?
Girls go good.
These girls were sucking dick and give me
You
the
guys-
money for it.
You got your lunch?
Go wash up now. You got another one. Come on, baby.
Did you make them lunch? That'd be funny if he woke up and he had little
Yes.
bags.
They got
And
bags.
he
All
wrote
right,
little
girls.
notes on the napkins. Hey, girl.
You guys got. Hey, we
Hey,
got
you got a
sliced
peanut
apples today.
allergy, so here's yours.
We got slice. They don't. You don't. You
Chantel's a vegan.
You know that not one hoe has a peanut allergy. Do you know that? That's like a true thing. It's just a weird
Yeah.
incident.
J Train just showed up. What's up,
buddy?
baby?
Thanks for having me. Good
We're
to see
having good to see you too. We have
Don't use that
Dante's.
voice.
Those are Dante's hoes.
Podcast.
He was a pimp. Did you know he was a pimp?
you. I knew that, of course.
Did you ever see his girls?
I'm looking at him now.
What do you think?
the Sultan of Sex.
Anything spring to mind as you look at this grouping?
Yeah, preschool maybe.
They're young. That one in the pink.
Yeah. What's wrong with your
Shit, run
voice?
away. I've been yelling at people for the whole football season. It's like I've been doing the Snapchat show. We have to do a game show, and you have to like yell to get. You're the opener. You're the whole thing. So like, hey, are you guys ready to play the game? Like over and over again. So my voice is just shot. But
Wait, well, you got a whole season left.
2 more weeks.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
and it's on every Saturday. You can watch it. It's just it's like a game show.
I kind of like your raspy voice.
Yeah, it's for you.
I don't.
I think I like it.
I can
You don't like
really-
it? I think you could be a
Like,
pimp.
nah.
You don't like it? You can.
Like that.
Who out of me, Jason, and J Train, who could be a better pimp? If you had to give your
I'm
girls
not
to
allowed
one of
to
us,
be in that.
no, because he'd pick you right away. All right, out of us 4, Bonnie's in it. What'd you say?
Bitch.
All right, give us a couple things to do. Like, what's the most important part about being a pimp?
Well, you don't. They turn you out, really. Like
Whoa,
you don't.
I don't
wasn't-
even know what turnout means.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't. They was strippers,
Right?
and then they asked me to kind of manage them.
So you're managing them
Oh, is
to
that
do.
what they said?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Dante.
was,
Now
I'm
listen,
looking for a-
we are curious about your management skills.
And it's like come in and see our work.
We
And
need a
it's-
leader.
Yeah, so it was.
So what- they need-
no pimp.
We need
becomes,
direction.
You don't go. I want to be a pimp. Some girl goes. I would sell some pussy and give you
You
money.
don't.
Pimp
You
life
don't
finds
become a
you.
pimp.
Yeah.
Pimping becomes you.
They need muscle. Is that what it is?
Well,
they need someone to
it's-
You want me to
enforce.
stop
It's when it starts,
No.
but they usually will like you. They'll like you, and then they, and then they I mean, I was in a
So
situation.
if I want to sell my wife's pussy, what do I got to do? I need to make a little extra cash, and I'm sick of doing weekends at the cellar.
And I don't know.
I think I can make at least
I think,
$250.
but Dawn could probably pimp you as like a chubby chaser. She
Ooh,
could pimp
what do you mean?
out.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like there's women who like big dudes.
I'm in.
And she, yeah.
I'm in. What about
Can
guys?
I
Any guys?
suggest
You want
something
to fuck some
for
guys?
No, I want them to fuck me. I don't even think I'm queer. I'm not gay. What's wrong with you?
you? Guys
Yes.
will pay to suck your cock. That's the most amazing thing about men that I've ever heard. In
What
my
do you-
life.
I
What
stopped
you
selling CDs.
Right?
That's what I'm doing. now.
Guys will pay money
Talk to me.
suck a cock.
Who's this guy? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Guys, well, so
I want to say one thing before you say this. I would my perspective on this is that guys would just suck each other off for nothing because they're guys.
No, look it. You're not gay.
Yeah, but
so
I was
a guy
real hot.
Is gonna,
Says who?
okay.
Tell me who I am. J-Trade, take
Sorry.
your dick out.
You're right.
I'm gonna suck that
got you.
hairy cock.
I'm just saying, guys
Chauvin.
will pay money to suck a cock. That's what differentiates the sexes. That's the difference between men and women.
Are these closeted men that like are looking for the adventure?
no,
Is
if
that
they're a
what you're
little
saying?
older too,
They'll pay to
pay a
suck
young
a
dude.
cock.
I mean, if you look at bodybuilders, old dudes pay bodybuilders to like rub oil on them and shit like that.
Who does that?
Older dudes.
Older dudes pay bodybuilders to rub oil on
Rub
themselves,
oil,
not the
no,
old guys.
on the guy, on the bodybuilder.
so
Like
they
the
get
old
to
guys.
right,
so
they-
they'll say,
yeah.
let me rub some oil on you.
Why do they sound like a
Let
creepy
me-
you?
I don't know.
I
they
can't
just
have a
sound
normal
like
voice.
They sound like you.
Let me rub some oil on you. I can get that going.
They're shouting at a game show all week, and then they come in.
And then they come in ready to go.
Can I please rub some oil on
Do you coconut? Or
Let me suck your cock. I'll give you $100.
$100? Is that how much it costs?
I would never pay to suck a cock.
Did you ever get? I want to ask you a
It's
question.
a job. You get paid.
Did you ever let a guy suck your dick?
No,
Did you ever let a guy touch your dick?
You don't
No.
have to answer these. Do you want me to step
No.
in for you?
I
What?
So
Why doesn't he have to answer these?
when you're so
He's a pimp. He had 13-year-olds. You're on my side.
There was no 13-year-olds.
We know.
Did you hook up with your
Yeah, you gotta
stable?
You have to sleep with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have to?
You have to? Is
Oh,
that a
now,
thing?
oh, Bonnie's
And
back on
listen-
my side.
Hey, listen, we'd like to know your management fees, and also you're going to have to fuck us. I
Yeah,
hope that's
yeah.
okay.
I love it.
Because you're like their.
Are you auditioning for SNL this week?
I've had 2 drinks. I've had 2
That was
full
3
drinks.
original characters you just did.
It's run a take
This
back.
is my
Some
13-year-old
submission.
hoe. This is my old man. Let me suck your cock.
Why are you gonna hold the
That
microphone like a
I don't
cock?
know. It keeps falling down.
Like,
Let me suck
It's
your
method
cock.
acting.
So Dante, honest to God, you
Yeah.
you never danced for men? Okay.
once.
What was the 2? The 2 went up first.
Well, there was a gay club in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any money to pay my phone bill.
No shit.
That's
And
how
a
it
guy had a
starts.
gay club, and they were like, well, you get a quick $100 to do it, but I didn't let anybody touch me. Like I was just in the middle of the floor dancing, and
With your outfit?
yeah.
The one with the hat, the headpiece?
Well, I had a bunch of them. There's another one on there too. There's a bunch of them.
Can we wear them for Halloween next year? Can you break
I
them
don't know
out?
if I have them all in all the pieces, but yeah.
I love your fucking outfits. So you danced for the guys, they just couldn't
And
touch you.
I didn't want them touching me, and so they were like trying to tip me. I wouldn't even take the tips.
Why? Why were you
Why?
working?
I just didn't want. I was.
What's up,
Blood
Bonnie?
money.
Do you put the ring on?
No, you do a half of a. You take an ace bandage, and you cut the ace bandage in half, about an inch of an ace bandage.
Yeah.
And you beef up.
Can you show me?
Right now? Can we get some baby oil in here? You beef up and then you tie the.
Wait a minute. I don't
the
call
ace-
it beefing up. I call it vegging up. I veg up.
Rich calls it Viagraing up.
You tie the ace bandage behind the balls, and it works better than a cock ring.
We
Wait a minute,
tie
tell
it
me this.
underneath the ball.
Then
Like,
it
behind
stays
the balls.
hard while you're dancing, right?
Do you know
Yeah,
that? Do
yeah.
you know that me and Dawn? I got Dawn a vibrator, and it came.
Which
with
one,
a-
the Hitachi?
No, not recently.
No.
I can't. I have a 5-year-old. One day I was literally at the table having breakfast. I thought it was a new toy. I looked over. One of her vibrators was just flying across the
Turning
table. It was a gun to him. It was a gun with a knife at the bottom. It was a knife gun.
Well, sounds like a good vibrator.
But anyways,
I still don't understand behind the ball. Is that like you lace up a hemorrhoid? I don't know. Behind the balls? What do
Because you don't want
attach
it. You
to?
don't wrap it on the shaft. You wrap it behind the shaft at the base.
So I actually got this vibrator, right?
Makes sense to me.
And it came with a cock ring.
right.
And I was sitting there trying to put it on for
Was this a vibrating
a
cock
half
ring
hour.
or no?
It wasn't even a cock ring. I was sitting there for a half hour. I almost fucking broke my own neck. I couldn't breathe. I was pissed off. It was just a thing that held the dildo in the package.
Oh, and you thought it was a cock
I thought she was like, put that on. I was like, all right. Fucking half hour. I almost broke my fucking spine.
You had a tie wrap on your dick.
Yeah, my little Irish pud kept fucking wilting. It was awful. There was sun. It was like during the day.
hon. Almost there.
A twist tie.
Have you ever done, Jared? Have you ever done any creepy shit, or is it
What do you
always
mean creepy
Like
shit?
you ever done not creepy? I shouldn't say creepy. Like you ever put a cock ring, or you ever wear use a vibrator on a girl or stuff like that?
Is that creepy?
I don't think that's creepy.
I say creepy, but creepy to me is not bad. I
Have you
rephrased
ever
it.
done it doggy style?
I mean, what the fuck?
With the lights on.
What have you ever?
yeah.
Have you ever looked into her eyes when you were coming?
You ever take your
Mid-cum wink?
shirt off?
What are you saying it like that for? I'm asking you a question. Just answer the fucking question.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I mean,
what?
what do you
Yes or
mean?
no?
Like
you
use a vibrator on a
Use the
chick?
cock ring.
Yes, I use they now even sell those things.
But
where
you
they
just don't
have-
strike. The reason why I'm asking you, you don't strike me as a guy that would use a cock ring.
Well, I've used the ring that goes on with the vibrator at the end of the ring.
It's a vibrating
sell-
cock
they
ring.
sell them at
Right, yeah,
Walmart.
yeah, they
Puts
sell
the
them
egg.
all over
It's
the
the little
place.
silver
Yeah.
bullet at
Yeah.
the bottom. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
so
let him have his moment. All right, we know you're a
I
pimp, but stop
started
pimping
rattling
Jared.
Dante's like, I had the 700 version. No, they have the ring that goes on with the vibrator at
So
the
you're
top.
into toys.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that about you.
Sure,
You look like you'd be straight laced. Kiss, lick, suck.
It's all
fuck.
it all depends on who I'm with.
Really?
Like, it's got to be the right relationship. It's got to go that way.
But it does. I mean,
I'm not, like,
I don't think
showing-
that's true, right? Does
What do
it
you mean?
Does it have to go that way, or
No,
kind of take it that
I don't
way?
think so. I think you always, the guy will always set the direction.
The guy will always set the direction.
Yeah, sure.
See, I kind of think that like men like
Well, don't back down now that he said it. I said it. You're
No.
all in my face. Dante
I'm
says
not
you like
backing
you're
down.
fucking out. Maybe you're right,
no,
Dante.
but I've talked about
Fucking-
having a finger
Jared's
in my
within-
ass during a blowjob,
Yeah.
and if you tell that to like a group of if you come
If
out
you
with
go-
that and
yeah.
say
If you tell that to a
Girls-
group of teenagers,
yeah, then you got to show them. So it's, but if you tell it to a group of girls, they all kind of go, oh, whoa,
And then they go,
and then
"Oh."
and then you tell it to a group of guys that a girl likes a finger up her ass, and they're like, let me get her number. There's a kind of a double standard to it.
Really? Have you ever done any weird stuff? I shouldn't say weird. Freaky. Is that a better word that everybody's okay with?
Has anyone ever put their thumb up your nose?
Character number 4. I think
Nose
you're
thumb.
gonna. Is this Dan Soda or is this Bonnie? My God, these fucking characters are off the chart.
when you start talking about sex, I have to become someone else.
Oh, there's another one. What do you? Is that the breakfast? Is it Tiffany's?
Guys, they're just okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm embarrassing
What about you?
myself.
You ever?
Do Eddie Murphy.
Like I've used the rubber, the ring that Jared
You
used.
sound like
hopefully
you.
not the same one, but
We shared it.
public
Share it?
Pubic.
public banging you made, like some bathrooms, Central Park, that kind of thing.
But no toys. You're not into toys.
I mean, I've dated a couple girls that had toys, and I've used
Do you ever
them
pimp
on
a
them.
bitch?
I'm not. What kind of money can we talk? What kind of profit turning in this economy?
You could do you could do 400 or 500 in a day.
But there's no more pimps anymore, correct?
Sure
Because
there
of the
is.
internet.
Chicago?
But here in New York, there's no more.
They're
No,
not
no, no.
They're not like on the street,
No, no.
right?
Well, they still got that too.
Oh.
But not as much. I mean, back
No.
in the 90s.
Back in the days, it was right on
43rd
fucking-
Street.
Yeah, the meatpacking district.
Meatpacking 43rd Street. Now sex is hidden. Sex
Yeah.
is, I mean, just gone
Yeah.
from public eye. Back in the day, sex in New York City was everywhere. They had the vault. Remember down the meatpacking?
Vault,
They had hookers everywhere.
Justine's, and all kinds of
Well, now
shit.
they have symbols over like the dating apps. Like there's little certain things you can say and like,
BSDM and
yeah, but also they have like the in Vegas you can see working girls on Tinder.
yeah.
Like they'll be like, "Oh, I'm working."
Donnie, I said you can have the girls up as long as they don't yap.
They're giving me lines.
I don't know. There's no lines. Bonnie's on her own, okay? I don't need your crew in here helping you out, all right? Or they're leaving. You got it?
You guys ever watch Sex in the City?
All right, J Train's on his own. He's winging it. Jason's on his own. Dante was a pimp.
I was like into a lot of toys, and from
Are these rings toys? Do they
From
convert into
87
toys?
to 92, I did toys.
in high school, I was really heavy into toys, and then I had this.
Why are you doing cat?
I don't know.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, please don't.
No, it's annoying.
No,
I'm gonna
please.
I'm gonna be
Listen,
myself.
No.
No,
Please
Two-Drink
don't
Bonnie's
stop.
awesome.
I love character Bonnie. I love SNL Bonnie. I really do. UCB Bonnie. It's my favorite. This is the fucking best. So what were you saying? I'm sorry to interrupt.
So I was
Are those headphones don't fit your head?
no, they just it's
Okay.
kind of slippery.
Yeah, okay, I did. I was just wondering.
So in high school,
Yeah.
I was heavy into toys,
Right,
right?
heavy.
And yeah, like my bag just kept getting bigger.
You had
to
a
like,
bag?
Like it started out with like one of those little shower bags, and then it was like a whole duffel bag.
Wow.
But then you kind of understand that a lot of the toys are not good. They're just not practical toys.
Right.
So you just don't, like this doesn't work.
What
This-
wasn't practical?
Guys, hang on one second. You can talk to them because you're not funny anymore.
No, I'm
Whatever
gonna be
you got,
funny.
girls, throw it at them. Keep throwing.
Give me another chance, Tom.
Jesus Christ, you really clam up if you don't have your writing team behind you.
What's that?
What the fuck is that?
That's somebody's bag of toys.
And she's in. She's back in.
Everybody went, what's that? Like we don't know what it was. Yeah.
It's so loud. It felt like it was in the.
I thought it was in the mic.
in the mic.
That was
Yeah.
like too, yeah.
It is loud. Yeah, I've never really been into toys because I feel like I've
In
used
high
them.
school, that seems too early to start.
And
on
what
that.
counts as a toy now that like we're
When I was in high school?
yeah? What was you? I said the ring with the
It'd be funny
vibrator.
if this building was on fire and we were dying right now. Like there was no way out.
It feels like it's on fucking
he
fire.
just Googled like fire trucks. I just saw a whole page of fire. Like
Because everyone was asking what it was, like they had.
No, Mike, he's the best. Don't ever fuck with White Mike. He's so good at.
oh,
the
that's
computer.
wait, who's doing it? This guy.
That's White Mike. White Mike
Oh,
next to
you're
you.
doing it. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I was
real.
kept
That's
giving
no, it's
credit
real
to the
outside
other
the
guy.
headphones, Bonnie. That's
Yeah.
that noise is real outside the headphones. I did the same thing. It
No,
pulled
no,
up.
I know.
Wow, Jesus, Cantor,
right.
you're really
Jesus,
fucking
I'm
slow
just
the
trying
show
to-
down.
I'm just here to.
Thanks for mansplaining me a siren.
I'm just here to fact
Hey,
check.
little lady,
love
that's a big red truck.
I love that she turned around to her girls and they weren't ignoring her; they were just talking.
I know. Ladies, am I right?
Ladies.
I got Samantha here.
I've never. When I use toys, you know what I used one time? I used that I got into was a electric toothbrush.
Okay.
They make one like that.
Well,
they make a toy
I
like
would carry an electric toothbrush with me,
And you'd use
and
it.
well, you could if you ever want to use a vibrator, you could run to CVS real quick and get it before they were selling them at CVS.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
now they sell
Well,
them.
you use the
You could
handle.
I cleaned her vagina like like a monkfish. I used to open it up.
doesn't sound that terrible to use the actual
Flossed her
brush
pussy.
part.
No, you use the other side of it. The bottom part looks
back.
like a.
They
dick.
make one that is basically looks like a toothbrush.
Yeah.
but it's got a bigger
Yeah.
motor.
Put
So
that-
you're trying to tell us that you would run into CVS?
I wouldn't run into
On the
CVS.
way
I'd
in.
stop. I'd stop by on the way.
Okay, then.
So
I'll
we're gonna
have
fool around.
7
It was the
toothbrushes.
running in that
Not really.
made me not believe the story.
He doesn't run anywhere.
I used to buy 2. I buy one for her vagina and then to clean my mouth after I licked it. Too much. Too boom.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the one.
I should have ran it by the girls.
See, the magic
I know.
wand. That is the foundation of any
Oh,
sex
shit.
kit. The magic wand.
Yeah, the magic wand.
Oh,
They-
that is an actual.
But it
oh.
doesn't. It's not good.
I thought that was a
because-
toothbrush. I was like, it really
it does
looks
look
like a vibrator.
Yeah. But that'll desensitize.
CVS right there.
Yeah.
Raina found our
Yeah.
toys, and I told her they were dog toys.
It's a good. I think
It'd
that's
be
a
funny
good.
if you just
She's like,
see.
we don't have a dog.
I know, we did it.
Why do you want to fuck our
We're
dog?
gonna.
They had to
I
go
know.
get it. She went and got a dog that day.
I was like,
Little silky terrier gnawing on a pink fucking, just a pink lipstick. Had to do sound effect to get a laugh. Had to push that joke over the edge. What is
Characters
that
are
one?
not that easy.
What
This
is
is a
that?
doorknob.
Yeah, what would you do with that?
What?
Is that the
That's
club?
to rub
you
your feet.
roll your
and
foot on
rub-
it.
Oh, okay.
that's not
Or you shove it
Can
up
you
your
just
ass
bring
or
up
whatever.
dildos, please?
I was trying to see what the ones they sell at CVS.
Yeah, they sell. It's
gonna-
it's in the rubber. What is it called? What, Jared?
No, I was just wondering what demon vagina that
The
would
all
go
body
into.
massage.
But you got to be careful because those will heat up.
and-
Oh, those ones that were good. Those mini massagers. Those are nice little clitoral.
Did you remember the
stimulator.
ones that they sold, the finger ones, where you could load up all 5 fingers with little mini
That's-
massages?
Yeah, that doesn't
No.
work really.
It doesn't. Why? I thought that'd
It's
be great.
just not. It's not strong. Like the only thing, the Hitachi magic wand will desensitize your girl, and you won't be able to make her come orally if you use that too much.
No shit.
Yeah, you gotta be really
Well,
sparing.
like it gets
Yeah.
calloused.
No,
like,
well,
like
it
playing the
just-
guitar, like
Yeah,
fingers.
Yeah, I don't. I
Mark Henry versus the Machine. Man. We're fucked.
John
mean,
Henry.
yeah.
Yeah.
John Henry is
Mark
that what
Henry,
it
the
is?
wrestler.
Henry.
Mark Henry's the
Henry,
wrestler.
all right.
Yeah.
I got it. We all got it.
Vibrators will not replace us.
That should be the march people should be doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is too much for me, man. I can't deal with that.
that is.
I don't even think my wife wants me to
That
go down on her
Con Air is
anymore.
pretty good
though.
too. The Con Air is
With
pretty
the
good.
Con Air, that looks like it's,
Yeah.
I'm doing road work on my wife's vagina. What the fuck is that?
Why
Those
do you
little
think
ones
that?
look like micro
Huh?
penis condoms.
That looks too much. Look at that,
No,
Bonnie.
why do you think she doesn't want you to
Oh.
go down on her anymore?
Oh, I thought we were past that. You heard that, didn't you? That rang in your ears. When did you become fucking Maury Povich all
Now
of a sudden?
listen,
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got? Come on, let me
I feel
I
another
want to
voice.
know what your wife said to you that made you think that.
get off me, fatso. Don't lick my pussy anymore. I'm
Will you
sick of
say, "Let me go
Any
down
more?
on you"?
I wanna
and then
bang
she
Dante.
Says, she says, "No, just fuck me."
No, she goes, listen, you cuck. Get that black
No.
friend of you over here. She said, she never said anything. I'll tell you what, our sex life is kind of good right now. And it wasn't, after we had the kid, it wasn't, I'll be honest with you, it was really hard to get back into it. Number one, when we had the baby, it was fine. But then later, she would put the baby down. Like, she'd go all day long with the kid because she's a stay-at-home mom. And then around 9 o'clock when he went to bed, she would be fucking done.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm going to go in there and start finger popping her. She's going to be like, what the fuck? So now, like this weekend, we finally are starting to have these nights where...
Just this weekend it started back?
No. No, and as an example. Okay.
Kid's like
Jesus,
10.
the kid's
I know.
14.
Now that he's gotten to college,
Yeah.
we found some time for ourselves.
It's literally like having 2 laughing birds behind you every time you say anything. Yeah, high five, vaginas. You're the woman. To pull that shirt down. If I see your stomach
I'm
again,
sorry, is it disgusting? To
I'd rather see Voss's abs.
you? Okay, he's got better abs.
You
than
got no. You're insane. But no, what happened was, I remember the day when she sat up front again because she used to sit in the back with him, and she sat up.
that's
And she
first
sat
of
up
all.
front, and she put her hand on my hand again, and I wasn't an Uber driver
And
for
you
the
were like,
first
"What?"
year and a half. And I was like, oh my God, we used to always be together, hold hands, fuck around, sleep together, and then
Did you guys used to sleep together? Oh, thanks for sharing that part.
sometimes
I'm not lying here, guys. We used to have sex. We really did.
We did. We used to bang, and then and now he goes away overnight, which was a big thing for us to let our kids stay somewhere without us for the whole fucking night.
At a friend's house or just a hotel somewhere?
Yeah, we just get him a hotel room, put on Netflix, and call it a day. Get him a
Casinos.
kid.
That doesn't seem like such a bad idea. to be
Oh my
honest.
God! I bet you they did that back in the day. Just let a kid stay home. I think they
Yeah.
did. I think I
I
stayed
home all the time.
They did for sure. That's what they called the pit bulls or nanny dogs. They would have a pit bull watch the fucking kids.
But at what age
like-
did you stay home?
I was coming home at 11.
I stayed
Yeah.
home.
11.
11's
I remember in first grade. I remember in kindergarten walking home from school.
Yeah, you used to do shit on your own.
I remember I used to walk home from
Yeah, I
kindergarten.
walked home
But
from
you-
third grade.
Your kid doesn't walk home?
No, you have to drive him or he takes the bus. They don't.
You're not allowed to.
I mean, listen, we didn't know about how many kids were getting snatched up back in the day, too. Kids would just. You only knew about. I only knew
Yeah.
about Medford and Somerville. I didn't know there was a whole world out there. Now,
Were kids actually getting snatched up, or is that just the
Oh, they were-
fucking
kids
bullshit?
were
Now
getting-
you hear a
kids were getting
kid gets
fu-
taken from Oregon,
just
and
say
you hear
one
about it
thing?
now.
I think kids back in the day
Here.
were getting snatched
Jason
up.
is
We
so
just didn't-
excited you're not talking about sex anymore. Look at him. Listen to him. He's like, hey, your kid might get snatched. Let's just keep on this. I want to hear more about the sex life.
Well, anyways, it's good that not the other night the first time, but he was away at Yaya's at my mom's, and
Yeah.
we go. It was just good to go back to the hotel room. It was quiet as fuck,
Did you go down?
huh?
Did you go down?
You go down on your wife? What the fuck? Is that how guys talk to each other?
I guess.
Am I like,
I wouldn't know if it happened.
you go down on her? Huh?
Please, you damn wife.
Sorry, did you lick? Her
Don't apologize.
sweet
Fuck her
splendor?
and her fucking cackle
I have
squad.
to-
Fuck them.
You make her come?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I didn't go down on a box.
No?
No,
the last
Bucks,
time?
eh?
It wasn't even like any buildup. You're like, it was quiet. You go down on her. It's like he's
Well,
like he
I want to get
can't
to the
wait.
important stuff.
Jesus, take your hand off your crotch while you ask him the questions, at least.
Don't punch that baby factory.
No, I did not go down there the night. It just didn't. It didn't. The opportunity did not happen because we hadn't had sex in a couple weeks, and we fooled around, and I was like, I'm gonna go. Like I can't, and I haven't been masturbating too. I just don't.
Tell us everything.
I just stopped doing it. I don't have time. I don't have time to do it anymore. It's just and just when I do it, it's like fuck.
It's a
I gotta go
waste.
clean up and.
What about in the shower? That's
I can't jerk off in the shower anymore. It's
Why
just
not?
I don't. Last time I used to 2 years ago I was jerking off in the shower all the time.
It's a great move.
Yeah,
Clean
but
up.
then I fucking and people said I got into a big fight with a guy, one of the fans of the show, who's no longer a fan because of this, and he was a tattoo dude who I loved.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, but we got into a big fight because he called me a liar about this, and it's not. I have small pipes. Okay, so I was jerking
Wait,
off.
like in the bathroom or in your penis?
I was-
don't
no.
understand.
Got a really
I'm gonna-
thin urethra.
What are you? I don't like. She's a shitty audience member. It's a setup. Let me get to the punch.
Okay, sorry.
Fucking. Why don't you take your phone out and check your Twitter while you're at it? We have small pipes in my house. Okay?
Oh, in your house.
They're not as big, so I'm jerking off. My wife has this beautiful long hair that it just comes out. It's just,
Everywhere.
when you have that hair, it just always comes out. There's always a fucking twat spider in the bathroom because of her hair. It's always there. And then mixed with my jizz, it clogged the pipe. So the guy came to fix the pipe, and he's like, "Listen, I need you to."
Stop jerking off.
No. What do you call it? He said,
Stop jerking off in a wig. Stomping it into the drain.
no, he said, stop emptying bacon grease in the sink.
Like, that's not
He
bacon
really
grease.
said that?
Yeah. Now look,
How fat were you?
how fat was I?
Were you jerking off in the kitchen sink?
Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop. We have to acknowledge Mike, was that you?
Yeah.
All right, listen, Mike has loaded 3 or 4 of these. I love Mike because he on this podcast, you have to go back and listen to Mike and you can find little secret gems. But I'm gonna stop on that
I
one.
always laugh, don't I, Mike?
God
yeah, I
damn
always
it.
get it.
How fat were you is hilarious. No, so he went and cleaned out the thing and I was like, I don't want to cost me $350 to get him.
You know they make a thing. There's a
jerk-off drain?
Well, no, like an
Jerk-off
enzyme
drain.
There's an enzyme you
That
put
kills
in your,
jizz?
No, yes. Well, actually, yeah. You put it
Let me
in
do
the
a character like Bonnie. Like, kills jizz? Where can I get it? Cut to commercial. For $19.95, you can get the enzyme
But
that kills
wait.
the jizz. Your family doesn't have to suffer and hear that blop blop in the morning from the toilet. Come away, fellas.
It's Saturday night.
This is the SNL audition tape. It's just the tape.
Michael J. Oh, my God. Oh, what are you holding your Botox?
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Thank you.
Well, you know, you should get Botox if you want.
I've never gotten Botox.
You look great.
Not doing
You look
it.
fantastic.
Not gonna do it.
I love
Never?
Both of your friends went like this. I don't think Botox is a bad thing. Let's go back to sex. I'm not going to get into that. I think Botox is fine if you need to get it. Don't you?
Yeah, I don't
hold anyone
I don't have
against it.
I don't have a stance on it. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think guys should do it.
Nah, you fucking what you
I
call
don't
looks
think
like
guys should do
Ray
it.
Liotta looks like a fucking maniac.
Yeah, now he's on a Chantrex commercial and at Chantex, and it's like, dude, you're gonna murder somebody.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
I
Ray.
do feel
Yeah.
bad for men who get plastic surgery. It's like it must. If you're a pretty boy and you're aging, and it
Look at
must
his
be
fucking
difficult.
mouth.
It's more difficult
See his
even than for
mouth?
women because it's. Oh
Yeah.
God!
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, because
He looks like a
And it
lion.
never looks good.
Men who
it never
get-
looks good.
men who get it start to look like the women who get it.
Yeah.
Like they look like a singular
But,
like
form.
the
but
Lion
women
King
have
shit.
had it enough times that
Yeah.
it's kind of more. You're like
Yeah,
your
it's a
brain
little
is
better.
used to it. It's
he's
like
he's moving towards woman to us.
when you
Yeah.
see it in a man, you're like ah.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
I'm Ray, and I do Chantix. I used to smoke 4 packs a day. Now I can't move my mouth, and I talk like this because my lips are connected to my high cheekbones.
Karen.
But you know what he did? He got rid of those lines on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his
And
look.
His mouth
that's
is-
a bad move for people because it's like even youthful people have a little bit of lines on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I actually like. To me,
I like a little milfy.
I like that freckled chest with the little wrinkle from bending
little
over.
little humanity.
I do. I like a little
I like a
crow's
little crow's.
foot.
Yeah.
Well, they say you should start young and do a little bit over time. That's what they say.
What
That's,
for men?
that's what I was told by my Botox guy. That's why.
Oh, do you do Botox? No.
Would you ever? Would you ever?
Yeah,
do this?
I wouldn't be against any of that stuff.
Are you
no,
kidding?
but I mean, I would want to do it the right way.
This is the thing.
too
I
much.
feel like it would be embarrassing if someone caught you.
Caught you?
Like if somebody was like, "Hey, you can't move your forehead." Like, did you get
Yeah.
Botox? That'd be so
Well,
embarrassing.
what people are doing now is they're getting plastic surgery for camera. Like they don't even care about in person.
look like in-
They care more about HD and Instagram, which is like, you know, I don't know.
I mean, look, I gotta say, Ray Liotta is a good-looking old man. You
Yeah,
know?
fuck him.
Yeah, I think he would have been a better looking
Can
guy.
I
if he
tell you
didn't have the
something else,
plastic
guys?
surgery.
What you can do instead of plastic surgery, and this is going to change your lives. I'm not kidding, but a plant-based diet.
It does look like
I fucking hope you
It looks
choke
like
with
they-
spinach.
Look at,
Look
Mickey
at that.
Rourke. Looks
It's
like a
just-
fucking
It looks like
maniac.
they Botoxed off Ray Liotta's bad acne skin, though, right? He looks better now than he did.
Well, they actually shoot.
No, he looked
no.
better before.
No, they shoot it in your pox, the little holes.
Yeah.
They shoot that in your
Fill it
pox and fill it up, but you got to keep doing that. You got to
Well,
keep
that's not
going.
Botox. That's a filler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I'd
filler,
rather
yeah.
catcher's mitt Ray than balloon Ray.
Oh, honey. I mean,
know.
come on. That
Yeah,
looks like a
but-
lion. People
but-
look like lions. Why
Go to
do
the
they look
middle
like
one
lions?
there, top row, middle, other one over. Yeah, right there.
Who is
Look at
that? That's not Ray Liotta.
That's
No.
Mickey Rourke.
Oh God.
Yeah, but Mickey Rourke. Here's what happened with Mickey too. He went into boxing, got all fucked up in the face, tried to fix it
It
with
wasn't
this
that
shit.
bad after the boxing. No, it wasn't really that bad.
And listen, as
They
a
gave him-
man, you can look old, and it's totally fine. You can look old.
Yeah, look at James Caan.
You just can't be fat.
But yeah,
Hey, wait, whoa, 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 whoa! Which one of them wrote
Shots
that
fired.
one?
I think instead of Botox, you should gain a little weight every year.
Don't talk.
Gain a
We,
little. She's pro-fat.
I don't care. Don't
She's
talk.
saying gain some
I-
weight. Abby's a funny comic. You don't know.
All
her?
right, relax. I know she's funny. I got 9 people on the show.
All right,
I don't need fucking 10.
I'm sorry.
They can write it down and
See,
you can say
they
it for
do,
Gabby.
right?
Yeah,
they
they
look
all
like
look like
lions.
that.
The Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Why
What's the
would
lady,
you get
the Lion
plastic
Queen?
surgery to look like that?
Google the Lion Queen. That chick, she looks just
The
like
Lion
that.
Queen?
Yeah, she was a chick who did a whole lot of
Oh yeah.
surgery that
Oh,
she
yeah.
actually looks like the Beast.
Yeah, New York City.
That looks like you when you stripped.
Is that Lions?
I actually had one of those. I actually had one of those that sat on my head.
Oh, there you go. All right. Oh, my
Oh yeah, I've
God.
seen this chick.
But even
that-
the before is
She's
plastic surgery.
It's hot.
You know who should be, I'll tell you right now, the doctors that do this should be fucking put away.
Well, they
I
have
mean,
they have that.
The
surgery.
fact that you know
that's
you're taking it too far.
Right.
You should say no. But they want that money. I mean, look at her. She's,
But this is an
Yeah, you're talking to-
addiction. This
Yeah,
is
but-
like.
Yeah,
You're
but
talking
that's
to
like-
an insane person, though. The doctor should be
Right.
the one that says no. This
Yes,
is
the
fucking,
doctor-
Right, but the doctor doesn't
Yeah, but they'll
say-
just
they-
find somebody else to do it, and they'll probably get
That
somebody else
doctor
to
should
do
go
it
to
that's
jail.
worse.
well, you know
And
what
also-
happens is that a lot of the trannies, the transsexuals, what do I say now? Girls, talk to me.
Trans.
I need you now. Trans.
Trans.
I
Need a
clam
rewrite.
up when I fucking need you. I'm gonna have my career taken away by the trans community.
They what?
The
Need a rewrite.
LDGBV 567. 3. Thank you. It's funny when you can't hear them. Just to hear them in the background. 3. No, they have to go and get shitty doctors down in Mexico to do all their work to make them. They want the butt implants and the breast, and they stink and they fall out and their nipples fall off and they get poisoned.
Because
But then
they
they-
look for a bargain.
But then they
Yeah,
also
that's right.
come back to get it fixed, and all these doctors think that they have like a hero complex. So they're like, "Oh, I'm the guy who can fix it."
Right.
It's like a comic going up after someone bombing. Oh, I'll be the one
Nobody
to change
says, no
that.
comic says that.
To change. Then
No
I-
comic is like, I'd like to clean this up.
Let me clean
Well,
this
maybe that I
after
could.
birth.
Maybe it won't be the same for me, and then you go up and you're like, "Oh,
Do
I'm
you
gonna
feel
bomb."
that way? Do you like after someone bombs, you're like,
No, I'll see a bad crowd. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a fucking shit show. But you go up anyways. You know.
Yeah, of course you do,
gotta
but
go.
you use the analogy, not me.
But-
you said it's like a comic who goes up after a bomb. It was just a bad analogy. I pointed it out. Just accept it, apologize, move on. Can we?
Which community should I apologize to? You gotta figure it out.
You're not as good with the raspy voice.
No, I should.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you look, I was waiting for the oomph. And you,
No, no, go.
And
I don't
no,
know.
No, stay here.
This isn't that fun.
Come here, Bubba.
I'm
Come
out
on.
of here.
Hey, you know what? Let me
What's
I wanna
wrong?
fight.
What's wrong,
let
Bubba?
me jump
There's
in
a
and
tone
fix
here.
this after
Is
this
there a
bomb.
tone? Do you got a tone?
Yeah,
What's-
there's a
what's-
tone here.
what's
I don't
the
know.
tone, Bubba?
What's this gonna help? You know, I don't know.
What's gonna help? We're
That's
having fun.
You know, that, you know.
What, do you want to leave?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna
Well, what
just
is you're getting sensitive? What's
I'm
wrong
not
with you?
sensitive, I'm cool.
You just said you want to leave. There's a tone. What, you all right? Is
I'm
it
good.
Are
We
you,
need to go to a break in a second.
huh? Oh shit! We got a fucking chance for Jared to leave. We have the Jared break. What's you
No,
good?
Why are you mad that I said
Jared's
that? Is that what
tired.
it is?
No, well, if I had gone forward with the analogy, then I'm the only one that looks like a dick. Like, I do believe that every comic sees someone bombing and goes, well, maybe I'll be the one to fix it. I do believe that. I don't
Okay,
think
well, I
that
just
I do
asked
that
you
all the
point
time.
blank,
Yeah,
do
they-
you believe that?
What?
And you said
well,
no.
I saw
do
the
that all the
room.
time.
I saw the room kind of turn on me that this is going to be
nobody-
too cocky of a thing to say.
No, I think you.
No,
I
you
feel like I was
I
going
don't-
to get the
I don't think-
love
I don't
of the,
think
so I
you're-
just backed off of it because what am I going to do?
That's not true. I think you're right.
You backed
I
off
believe,
of
I
it
think,
and then
I'm with
started
you.
crying like a bitch.
No, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
no. Oh, the room's not on my
Yeah,
side.
so I was like, I'll let
I
Bonnie.
gotta go.
I'll let Bonnie have her moment, and you know,
I mean, but don't-
her and the
Well, you-
cats. and the
hang on
little
one
lady.
second. You're
No,
throwing,
I
you're
just
throwing
came
us all
in
in on
and
the
saved
same
you
thing.
from your bomb.
I mean,
There.
I didn't even agree with you or disagree with you. I heard what you said, and then she said something to you, and then you said something back, and then you said the room turned on you. I
Just
actually,
said I felt the vibe. I
No,
was
but
like,
you
I'm
didn't.
not
The
gonna
vibe
go
was
through
you
it.
felt the vibe too fast, fuckface.
Jared's tired.
Yeah, man.
tired, right?
I actually agree
You
with you.
little sleepy?
I think you're right. I mean, when you're watching a comic, somebody you're like, I'll try to get him, and then when you don't, you're like,
Maybe
fuck.
I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh Jesus
I
Christ!
don't know why the
What
fan,
the
I don't,
raspy Jared stinks? What the fuck happened to you?
I don't know why the
Really?
fans complain about too many comics on the show because
Well,
this seems like the
we're gonna
perfect
lose one
amount
of them at the
yelling
fucking
at
break.
the fucking-
We're gonna lose one of them, maybe two at the break. It's gonna be the pimp and the bitch.
That's
Sounds like
a
a-
great sitcom, right?
She's the pimp. You're the bitch. Why do you make her the
Just
fucking?
book me.
I'm
cut the
sorry,
check.
Jared. I didn't mean to make you
Oh,
feel
stop. Can we
uncomfortable.
not say sorry to each
There's
other?
no apology necessary.
Well, Jesus. I mean, you're kind of a little sensitive.
I thought we were all comics here.
That's the sixth
That's
character.
six. That's the sixth character.
It's like SNL tape.
You were there for the
This is the
sixth.
guy who says something and then doesn't know how to get out of it.
Oh, well, sorry.
I didn't know.
Jared's fucking. on tilt right now.
I'm not. I'm enjoying the
Oh,
audition.
the girl just looked at me.
I'm enjoying the audition. Bubba. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I have to do a read when we come back. We'll do the read when we come back. We'll take a quick break. I got to take a piss. We're going to be taking these breaks halfway through now just to reset, make sure in case somebody's feelings get hurt, they can, work it out in between the
Pimp
fucking
is gonna
breaks.
give some hugs.
Yeah, and then we're back 5 minutes. We're back in 5 minutes.
Well, Jason has to promote his thing.
Oh, Jason, promote your thing. Go ahead.
fuck.
You guys can go. You don't have to stay. Go ahead. Promote.
All right. Sunday night, 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
99th Street in Manhattan on the East Side. We got a show. I actually live in the building. It's an art. It was a schoolhouse built in 1898.
Yeah.
Rehabbed. It was shuttered for 20 years. It is. We got Gary Gulman. We got Joe List. We have Carmen Lynch. We got Mayron, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Just say
Mayron. Yeah.
he's very
the
funny.
gay guy from the cellar.
Oh, he's very
Hilarious.
funny. Yeah.
Great guy. We have a secret guest. We've done the show 3 or 4 times in the past. Secret guests have been David Tell, Louis C.K., Big J. Okerson, Greg Fitzsimmons, Michelle Wolf. So the show is Sunday. Tickets are available.
I've been here.
You were on the last.
I was on the last one. It's a fucking. I mean, you pull up. It's a very unique gig. The complex it's in is beautiful, and the crowd was great. And it's like a community thing, correct? Like
Yeah.
in your building.
They're all artists. Everyone lives in the building as an artist, but we sell them to the public, and like they're all comedy nerds.
Yeah.
And like you were on the show, Mark Normand, and what's his name from the Daily Show, Ronnie Cheng was on that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got about 25 tickets. This and like the one we did with you was that it had 150 seats. This one is in a smaller room downstairs, which is actually better for comedy.
Yeah.
It'll be a tighter room, and we've got about, like I said, 25 tickets left. And the easiest way is comedianjason.com. There's a link. Otherwise, it's some convoluted, long Eventbrite bullshit.
Take the train right up, Uber right up, 99th Street.
Yeah, you get off at 96, either the 6 train or the
Yeah.
Q train, and
Yeah. It's a
gonna
fuck.
be,
I had a blast. It was a great gig. Everybody killed. The crowd was awesome, and it was right there. And
Yeah,
I remember I
thanks for
pulled.
doing it.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. So make sure you go there. Give the website one more time.
Comedian Jason is the easiest way to get to the thing. It's my website, and then under live dates, there's a link.
All right, cool.
Thanks
Make sure
you.
you check it
Thank
out.
you.
Thanks for coming
Thanks
in,
for
brother.
having me.
You got it, man. All right, we're back. Check it out, everybody. This right here, The Ridge. I have one. I have 2. I have more than 2. I've given Becky. Excuse me for getting off mic. Becky has one too. These are my new glasses. Do you like them? Oh, I fucking come
Awesome.
on.
Look at
Come on.
those.
Come on, son.
Look like Mo.
Mo, just a Mo.
No, just a
Look like a Mo.
Mo from The Godfather. Mo.
Yeah, Mo Green.
Yeah.
Mo Green. The Ridge is a minimalistic wallet. It's a front wallet. I have one right here. This is mine. Mike wants one real bad.
I do.
You want one?
I do. I need a new wallet.
Becky, you got one.
Yeah, mine's better than yours.
Because it's gold.
Yeah, it's gold.
How many cards can
What?
you get in there? How many cards
You
can
can fit it. It's crazy. Number one, you have the back here, which I use for money. Okay, and then you can fit 15 cards in here. No joke.
Wow.
I mean, it stretches out. It's unbelievable. It's RFID blocking wallet. Okay, it's 2 metal plates, titanium, carbon fiber, or aluminum bound together for a durable elastic band. I love mine. This is mine. You want one?
I do.
What pocket do you put it in?
I put it in my front.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because the back.
You'll
you get-
lose it.
What happens with the back one, this is a fact, it hits your sciatic nerve. Guys put these big wallets in their back pocket. You sit on them, it hits right into your butt, your sciatic nerve, you get back problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this, it only goes this way. And it fits, you forget you have
Yeah,
it.
and it's thin enough because I used to put my wallet in my front pocket, then I go on stage. My dad would give me shit. He'd be
Yeah.
like, "You look like an idiot with the fucking."
He's
box
right.
in
I
your
hate
front
comics.
pocket."
I hate when I see a comic doing a special and you can see their outline of their phone
In their front pocket. Yeah,
It's
so I put
disgusting.
everything in my back pocket now.
Yeah.
But I'm switching pockets. I'm like the shell game.
I get infuriated when I see a guy when I'm checking in a hotel with another comic and he pulls out one of those big 1972 wallets with every card he's ever got. Like, people use cards anymore.
Costanza.
Yeah, that fucking wallet. Now, this, because I usually carry my stuff on my back on my phone, which is great. But when I'm traveling, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You need to get one of these. Mike, you can have this one. That's for you. Are you happy?
Yes, I'm very happy.
You should be happy. I took all my stuff out of that. That's
Dante,
ridiculous.
Dante just pulled out one of those weapons they used to have in medieval times, like that big
Flail.
big mace. That was his wallet.
Here's the deal right now. My fans, YKWD fans, right now, get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping by going to ridgewallet.com/YKWD. That's ridgewallet.com/YKWD. And using code YKWD. Simple as that. You get 10% off today with the code YKWD at ridgewallet.com/YKWD.
That's free money. That's a great bachelor gift. That's a great
It's
gift.
a great bachelor
It's a
gift.
great gift. It's a great
Christmas gift.
stocking stuffer. All that shit. That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
especially if you got a friend or a guy, a pal for Christmas,
Life partner.
whatever. But
Whatever it
I have a
is.
lot of guy friends that don't know what to get. I get them lighters and stuff like this. That right there is a great gift.
Guys love functional gifts.
Functional gifts but technology, dude. This is
it.
This is it, and it's got the money clip on the back. They got all kinds of different variations. So do that right there. That's Mike's. The Ridge, right there. Check it out. So we're back
RidgeWallet.com.
now. Okay, so it was I know it was a crazy. I haven't had that many people on the show in a long time. I've been doing 2 people, maybe 3. Because it was getting a little crazy on the YKWD. I listen once in a while to you fucking people. And it was getting a little crazy. But it was fun. That was fun. And Bonnie, she really got to you, huh? What happened?
No, she didn't get to me.
But what
That's
happened?
fine.
You did.
I think he's just tired. He's just a little beat,
It's just
right?
like,
Is it because
you
you're tired and your voice? We didn't. Because I know you,
Sure.
and you come in and roll with anything.
Of course, you know what, I was totally. I feel like it came off the wrong way.
Well, you were like, I should leave. The tone's off. It's been weird since I walked in.
Well, I know.
That was weird. Like, I didn't feel that. When you
No?
rolled in, I was
No, I
excited.
didn't even
Okay.
feel that either.
No, I was excited to have you.
And I agreed with you too.
I agree with you, too.
It was like I didn't feel like I needed to.
It happened too quick. You said this, and I was like, yeah.
should have stuck to my guns, but I didn't want.
What? You're fucking pussy?
You know,
tired. You're
tired. I just
yeah.
didn't.
Well,
I should have been more up for it. But I wasn't offended. That's that's.
Were
not,
you really? Did you really want to leave?
No.
You weren't gonna leave,
No,
right?
I was like, no. You know what you do is when you get in that situation, you kamikaze. You say, I'm going to blow myself up. And
Yeah. All right.
And you just hope that you get out the other side. you know?
Well, I mean, I think comics do that. When you see somebody bombing, number one, you do this. Fuck.
You do
number-
fuck, but like I'm
that-
gonna be fine. I'm me.
Next thing you're gonna do is I'm gonna. I'm not letting. It's not like. I don't think it's for me an ego thing like that. Like I'm me. I'm the shit.
No,
which is
no.
fine to do anyways. Whatever you have to do. But my thing is like I can't let this go down. I'm not doing that too. You turn into Rocky. Like I'm gonna fucking do this.
Yeah, and you also know you're like, okay, maybe the person before you is like trying new stuff and just didn't know what the the vibe of the room was gonna be, and then
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I'm going.
Or if you get
A
you're
and-
on stage and you get it, or somebody will go on stage and somebody will be just being a jerk and
Yeah.
heckling, and then they'll go the motherfucker in the front row, and then you kind of put a hit out on them. Yeah.
You're like you're after him from
Yeah,
then on,
you'll be like,
and
yeah.
at least everyone's seen him be a dick, so you get to the crowds with
then
you.
go smash them.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with you too. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't do what we do, and won't go fuck that. It ain't happening. I
Yeah.
ain't going down. You ain't taking me
Yeah.
down. You ain't taking me the fuck down.
Yeah.
Anyways, I talked last week. The reason why I wanted Dante on tonight. One of the reasons I haven't seen you in a while, and I love having you on. And fucking the best birthday gifts, I think.
I feel like you guys get along with trinkets.
Well,
you
yeah,
both-
well,
you both
gadgets
have
too.
Gadgets.
Yeah, yeah,
You guys
yeah.
both have gadget love.
Yeah, but I don't. I like.
How did it
Max,
make
I
you
love-
want to fucking backfist him that he called him
Trinkets?
Oh,
trinkets?
this trinket.
Yeah, like he's fucking 20 years older than us.
Trinkets.
Trinkets.
Yeah, like
You
he's
guys
wearing a
are your-
VFW
you like
hall.
trinkets.
Yeah.
You know,
We like trinkets like you like fucking college sports and dumb hats.
you get an $800 pair of headphones. He's calling it trinkets.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Guy who looks like he's fucking dressed like a NASCAR driver. Yes, we like trinkets.
Yeah.
Or gadgets. as we-
Gadgets. Sorry to.
I think we do go toe to toe with gadgets.
Yeah.
I think I think it's maybe we used to go, dude. I got this, and then
Yeah.
I got this, and we'd headphones.
Now
and
it's
shit
kind of like if I get something that you would like,
You'd call
I'd
me.
go, yeah, you need
You got to
to
check this out.
Yeah.
You got to check this out. But I have to say, every year now, look, I don't tell anybody to get Max any presents, but
And we don't.
Well, some people don't, right? Some people don't, and I'm fine with that. He doesn't need anything. We get him, whatever. But some friends do. Just fuck it, they do.
Sure.
Some people go right to Rite Aid right before they get to my house.
Yeah.
And they get a fucking remote control car that dies the second you put a battery in. It just explodes.
Yeah.
It's an electric toothbrush.
I would get him whatever would annoy you the most.
Please, when you listen to this show, I want you to count how many good zingers Mush Mike, who has the charisma of a foot, has done. I mean, literally, if
Like
he was
a yam.
if he was if he was just somebody else, he'd be fucking so popular. But Dante, let me say, Uncle Dante, the best
You did.
fucking gifts. Jared,
What was it
every
this year?
this year, this motherfucker, and I told him, I go, don't get it, and he got it. I want one. I want an adult
Yeah.
one.
That's how I buy them. I go like, man, if I was like, I would love this,
Yeah.
and then you give it to the kid, and you're like, fuck,
Yeah, Max is really. Do you
What
have any,
did you-
do you have
what
any
was it?
kids? Do you have any 5-year-olds, like a sister or anything with anything?
No,
Oh, so-
my daughter's 23, 24.
Christ. So Max is your little son.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Just don't make
what-
the wife your fucking girlfriend. To fucking sit in the corner and watch
I'll
him.
let you hold her head,
You can hold the toe.
stroke her hair.
All right, enough fucking mosey
You can,
poop.
you can hold the mic.
All right. I don't want you're the first rock prototype. And they're like, nah, we need to make him thinner, taller, nicer. His eyes have to be further apart. I went too far with that. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's not like I'm sensitive like Jared.
I know, he really is
Now
sensitive.
that guy.
Well, you're on that gay. I'm just going to leave. Ugh. Guys, the vibe. What do you mean? Fucking? You're going to attack by somebody's wife and you fucking back down.
Listen, this was fun. I gotta run.
Yeah, he got, I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
I don't know what it is. It's kind of like
wheelie. It's a 3-wheeler kid bike. Type this in. Don't
Oh, is
stare,
it slide?
Don't stare at me like
Power
Mushy
wheel.
Mike. Yeah, Power Wheels.
it's
Power Wheels. Kids.
I
Yeah, it's
forget
a,
what it was.
yeah. Power Wheels.
Kids 3-wheel. There
There
it is.
right to that one right there. He got that. Go to a
The
video.
wild
of that.
thing.
Price,
Go to
The
a
wild
video of that.
thing.
Go to the video of that.
Yeah.
Hit video. Just hit video. It's right there.
It's not going to come up with that.
All right. Why am I yelling at you? I'm sorry. I'm having flashbacks to Mushy Mike's computer days. I apologize. Anyways,
Is it battery powered?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
tell you
It
this,
goes like
dude.
5
it
miles.
has 5 speeds, but it goes over. I have to turn it down. Hang on, before you play it, make sure that I have to turn it down when he goes on pavement because he's doing fucking 90 down the street.
Really?
But when it goes over grass,
grass,
it's like a
dude.
tank.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
fucking stupid.
So this is for real.
Hit this.
He
Hit-
must
make
have
it big
fucking
and hit it. Make
came
it
his
big.
Pants.
And this thing, he brought it. I didn't open it at the party because
Yeah.
I would have fucked up all the kids.
Yeah.
And all the other presents. Even the present we got him sucked to this.
Yeah, he liked that.
It is fucking great.
Has he gotten off it since? He's probably.
Yeah, look at this.
Look,
fucking
it's got a
thing.
techno beat to it. Oh my god.
Go over sand, dirt, rocks.
Oh, it does it all. Oh,
It plays
It's
the
got the
song
old-
while you're driving.
it's
it.
got the old Power Wheels commercial dubbed. They took it. It used to be Power
mashup.
Wheels. Yeah, it's a mashup.
Look at this. I mean, it goes over anything. Backwards. Full. It's crazy.
Wow.
Best gift. Best gift he got
dope.
ever. Better than anything we got him, which pissed me off. I mean, he literally stepped on our toes as parents. Something you don't know, I told him I bought it for him.
Whatever.
I gave him a helicopter from you. I
Got
gave
him
him
a
one
nice
of my
sweater.
I got him one of my wife's
some
foot
socks.
massagers. Yeah, that was
No toothbrush on that one?
yeah best. I mean, so me and Dante do.
Yeah. It's my boy.
But we've known each other for how long?
It's about 17, 16.
16, 17 years we've known
crazy.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar. He does the same. I mean, you did your own podcast. You started like scratch like me.
Yeah.
I mean, copped you a lot of my stuff. I mean, pretty much stole everything I came up with. I mean, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
That's good. Do your thing. I had a face with a logo, kind of like mine. Now
Shaved
it's on
my
your truck.
head. Yeah.
Same hairdo.
So I got a huge car. But last week, J Train.
What's up?
So, anyways, we were I really didn't get any heat for this, which I'm happy. My fans are fucking great, and most of them understood what I was saying. I brought up the Proud Boys. Rich Fawcett said to me, "Oh, they're a hate group. They're a hate group," and I was like, "Well, pause." So I'm really sick of people just saying shit. You know, like dividing. That's what hearing somebody say somebody's a Nazi, a misogynist, whatever. People just say things and we're supposed to believe them, and I don't do that. I can't do that. You can't do that nowadays. You have to do your own, especially when you know the person. I know the guy Gavin, and I've met him. He's always been nice to me. And I wasn't promoting the Proud Boys. Right. I wasn't like advocating. I don't give a fuck about anybody. You know what I care about? I care about 3 fucking people: Dawn, Max, and myself. Yeah, that's it. Everybody else is on the outer circle of that, and then there's another circle around that, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. I care that I treat people well, and I pass that down to my fucking kid. As of right now, maybe later in life I'll have the ability. I'm not financially stable enough to sit there and scream at a fucking mountaintop and say, because you can't anymore. So, but you also, I don't believe what people say right out of the gate. So I said, dude, just don't do the research, and I actually did. I went and watched, I saw a video. This is what they are. And he explained them. And he said, we're not racist. We have black people, blah, blah. And I did all that stuff. And I got a couple emails saying, you're wrong, dude. I love you, which I respect.
Yeah. That you didn't just get the douchebag. Just talk to me.
Yeah,
you got to talk. You got to talk.
So in my head, I'm like, well, let me, a couple of my fans send these. Look, but I love you. I love the show. Still listen. But you were off the mark on this one. Yeah. So Dante is a friend of mine, 17 years, was in the Proud Boys.
Really?
So I'm saying,
I wasn't.
Hang on, let me set it up.
Okay.
So in my head, this is what I'm thinking. He's in the Proud Boys. He had the fucking tattoo. Blah. I'm like, let me call him. And I said, dude, this happened. Is the Proud Boys a hate group? And he goes, oh yeah.
3 seconds.
So I'm like, all right, well, talk to you later.
You fucking hate people.
but, and I listened to your White Haze. You were on the This American Life, which was very, very interesting, informative, and really, I mean, you should go check it out. It's called White Haze. It's on This American Life, and it's not just you. It showcases
the whole thing.
Hang on. I think I just shit.
Bless you. Did you really?
Gesundheit.
Oh my God. We have a runaway.
He may not be kidding. There's a trail.
That was a shart sneeze. A sneezy shart.
He had a fart in his shirt. Anyway.
Look at that. You can't say the word Proud Boys 3 times. That's what happens. Your pants. It's like Beetlejuice.
And the ghost of Hitler shows up.
Yeah. The lights start flickering. Like, how did that happen? He said, I'm not going to say it again 3 times.
Yeah, it was, what happened was I'm friends with Gavin. I mean, I haven't spoke to him in a while, but Gavin, I was there in the inception of the whole Proud Boy thing. That's what happened. And I went on there, and it's funny, we're talking about masturbating. I stopped masturbating because of the fact that I just find that it takes away the wolf out of me.
It takes the drive out.
Yeah. It takes the wolf out, and so I went on the show. I've always liked Gavin. He's a lot of fun. He's funny as shit. I came on his show. Basically I do the relationship stuff. My podcast is the Beige Phillip. Soon to be, I'm rebranding it to Man School 202. I went on there just to talk about. You good?
Any streaks?
Little loose.
Little squirt. But it didn't.
Really?
Thank God my ass is big. It didn't make it out.
It didn't.
It
didn't breach.
You shit your ass, not your pants.
I
Didn't breach the
it
surface.
didn't I mean, my ass protected me.
Yeah. The gravity
My-
of your ass.
Dude, it squirted out, but
Yeah.
didn't make it to the 5th level.
No.
It made it to the 4 and a
Make
half
it to the
and
final
stopped.
boss.
I've never.
Oh my.
Oh my God! I forgot all about my asshole because that sneeze was so epic.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm sorry, guys.
Right. But I'm friends with Gavin. He's funny.
Well, can I say something now?
Sure.
Now, look, I don't care. I'm not. This one guy tweeted Bob Kelly advocating for Proud Boys. I'm not. Look, I don't give a fuck. I'm not advocating for any. I don't advocate for any group. I'm not in a group.
The problem is we're the
But you
Trump-
can't talk about
Well,
it.
the problem is Trump comes out and says there's good people on both sides, and then everything gets related to that.
Yeah.
So it's like you just saying, "Hold on, I don't even know what this is." That someone could interpret that as what that person's doing is saying, "Well, now he's advocating for it." Well, it's like, no, I just want to hear what they are.
I know-
I want an
yeah.
expert to tell me about it.
If I see somebody that I know say I'm not racist, I like black people, I like Jewish people, I like Muslims, I just don't like certain things, and I believe this way, and these to me what I got out of they just want to live like it was the 50s.
Yeah, but
except
a lot of,
not
but-
hating
but-
black people.
But racists don't really. They don't.
Could
They
you
don't go.
explain-
I don't. Go ahead.
Before you say that, you explained to me something that was interesting that I don't know about.
Okay.
You said he was a race
Hustler.
hustler,
Yeah.
which you said Al Sharpton's a race hustler.
Yeah.
Certain guys are race. Explain
That's
what that
interesting.
is.
Where you become this character. You get a lot of that on Fox News and stuff, where people exaggerate and they pander to the audience.
Right.
And so they don't have these. They may have some beliefs and they may even be racist, but they're pandering to their audience so that the audience, it's like giving the red meat to their audience so that they become this person, and then the audience perceives them as some way.
It's like finding your people,
Yeah.
whatever it is, 1,000 people or 20,000 people,
Right.
finding them and just giving them what they want, no matter if you believe it or not.
Right. So like Michelle Owens, the girl who was with Kanye West, the black girl who was gone. She's 22 years old. She was a liberal. Now all of a sudden she's a conservative, and she's going pull up your bootstraps and stop drinking more. It's just like goofy stuff.
Where are they getting paid?
Yeah, they're going where they get paid and
Yeah.
with no morality about what it is.
Right.
Now I think to a certain extent, there's things about that Gavin does believe, because we've had conversations about, and I think that he's racist. Now,
Are we all racist?
Yes, that's what I was going to say also.
Yes.
The problem is when you call somebody a racist,
Yeah.
what evokes in their mind is this is the picture of what a racist is, right? So
Me.
whatever.
Just visually.
Right. Well, visually,
Some bald
this is
white guy.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
And anything less than that, less than whatever that image is not racist, which is just not true.
Oh no, I understand that, but look, I think that all comics have to kind of be racist. I mean, we say
Not really.
not that we have to be. Let me rephrase that. We are racist because funny is in racism. Funny is in
But
right?
here's the
I mean,
problem. I think if you go for what's the definition? Can you pull up the definition of racist? And then I think people would not get they wouldn't be as crazy about it, because I think even the definition of racism is something that people kind of ad-lib about what it is.
What does it say, White Mike?
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism.
Read it like a white man, proud.
I'm not a prep boy. I'm sorry.
You look like one.
Yeah, I know. It really hurts me. Or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior.
Right.
So that's you know.
Why? Let me ask you a question. Like this, I've met Gavin. You know Gavin.
Yeah.
And he has a family. He has kids. He makes pancakes with faces on them. I feel like I've done my research on Gavin McGinnis, and I've listened to him talk, and I've done. I see that. Okay, he does like to fight. I'm from Boston. All my friends like to fight. They love to go out, get rowdy, and fight people. And
Yeah,
now
but it's not that. It's
Okay,
It's this
what is
thing. Well, you think that your race is superior, and then you have these preconceived notions about the characteristics of a race, and you attribute that to the whole race.
But here's the thing. He said there's how do you explain black people, Muslims, gays, gay black guys, and Jewish people in the Proud Boys? How does that
Because
happen?
there's always been that. It's just like when you talk to a racist and you talk about slavery, a racist will always say, well, blacks sold slaves too. There's always been people that
the KKK does not have black people or
No,
Jewish in it.
no, but
or
that-
gay
but
people.
that doesn't
I mean, they
mean-
do have gay people. They just don't know it.
Yeah, but just because of the fact that you can find individuals.
Hang on
to-
1 second.
to-
Jared's out, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
He wants nothing to do with this conversation. Hang on, we're going to talk about colleges and tits in a second.
Okay, good. I'll wait.
The correct way to finger pop a chick in a fucking Civic.
I'll hang up and listen.
Jesus Christ, you really turned into Jason Cantor. Whoa.
That was good.
I'm going to leave. I feel uncomfortable on that. You know what I mean? I can't
yeah.
believe I shit my pants. Go ahead.
But it's attributing it to the entire race.
Right.
And that is what being a racist is. Now, it doesn't mean that you lynch people or you're violent.
Yeah.
Like, even in the KKK, somebody's got to make the oatmeal cookies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like
it's not a black guy.
No, but you've
It's a
always
white lady.
always had blacks and Latinos.
Stop. I know what you're saying. I get you.
Right.
They coexist with black people, but don't drink out of my fountain.
Right, but it's also a situation where those black people, Latinos, or even Jews are these self-hating Jews.
But also there's a money angle to it, like where it's
Sometimes.
like they are complementing each other in a way that they both do better. It's almost like I'm saying like if there's like if a Jew is in the Proud Boys,
Right.
there's a Jewish Proud Boy guy. He's getting something out of that in the same way that you say that Gavin McInnes gets out of the Proud Boys by saying certain things to enrage his group.
Right.
So
well,
like
yeah.
like you see it with like a lot of these Proud Boys. They're big Israel people. They're
Yeah.
big like like Israel is not, everything's about
Because
Israel.
they're against Muslim. They're against
But they put
Sharia
it-
law and Muslims.
whatever
and
they
the Muslim religion.
they connect it to Israel in their way that
not
they've-
Muslims. Far, extreme.
And I'm a big
You
kind
have to
of.
be. Can I just say something? No.
Yeah.
This is where we're at today in this fucking world. You have to. And even this conversation, somebody's gonna listen and somebody's gonna say, "Oh yeah, you fucking blah blah blah." It's
but
so
you-
fucked up.
Yeah.
It's almost fucked up where I just want to be able to talk and not have to deal with
Well, it's also created
fucking
this,
comments or it's like, dude.
Well,
it's like a song.
but it's
Process
only
it the way
when
you want.
It's only when you give that energy, like when you say something and somebody says something else, and then you go, "Well, I didn't mean it," that, and you bet.
Well,
then it becomes a thing.
Look, I actually the people that did contact me were actually very cool about it. I have to say that it made me want to call you and go, yeah, maybe let me see. But that's the problem is that you should want to find out. You should make a decision, and the fact is having do I care about the no? The Proud Boys want to exist. Go ahead. If you fuck up and do some bad shit, we'll know about it. Like the KKK, they were always there, but it seemed to me, and I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm a fucking
Well,
dumb
they weren't
guy.
always there, but go ahead.
But they were always there.
No.
Hang on, let me finish my thought
Okay.
before you say no. Hey,
right, well.
I'm fucking white. Let me
right,
talk.
all right. My bad. It's funny when he does that. Then he gets nervous.
I do. I get very nervous.
wasn't sure how it was
Sweat.
gonna
Get
go.
him in there. He's just a little
Be
sweaty.
fucking at my house tonight, having to give back the fucking three-wheeler. All right, me and Mommy have to go in the room with Uncle Dante for 20 minutes. If you hear any crying,
45. All right. So,
45. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm saying.
Oy vey. Just throwing away his Jewish self. Oy, Kavaltz. 45. Who needs that?
Muzzle tough.
Good for you. Who needs such time?
My
Hang
uncle,
out in 10.
my uncle's bagel shop is open at 6. You should go. You'll be done by then.
Don't you got things to do?
What I'm saying is that, like the Ku Klux Klan, at some point, wherever, maybe the 90s or early 2000s, nobody gave a fuck about them. It's like you saw these guys do their.
Yeah, they
Let me
did.
just
We
finish.
did.
Oh, hang on one second. But
Unless
what
you
I-
had to
Black
give a fuck
people
about
that they
what
were
I'm saying is
lynching.
that they were to the majority of, at least to me, it's like, oh, look at these fucking idiots. Look at these and it's like, I feel like now.
But
we're
that's almost
giving-
a Northeast Boston point of view, like, because I hear what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. We're like to me or you living in Boston,
Yeah.
or outside of Boston,
Right.
you're like, the KKK is like almost a cartoon,
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Where
you're
they were
like, who would do that? But like,
I mean, their
someone
numbers
else,
plummeted. Nobody was joining the KKK. Like back in the day, the KKK was a lot
That
of
was the country.
was the country, and now it's like it wound up to be 13 fucking dudes from down
it's
south,
worse
and they
than
were
that.
like fucking I mean,
it's got to be
to
worse
us.
than that.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating, of course.
Sure.
I'm not saying. Of course, it's
And
not
it's
13 guys.
taken a
but now
different-
I feel like it's.
But it's taking a different look.
Nah,
they
dude.
they
it's
know.
just it's just a different. They're not wearing hoods now. It's they're
now
wearing
we're wearing college hats.
we're wearing suits and shit. And the thing is, when you say, well, nobody gave a fuck about, black people who were lynched gave a fuck
I'm
about
not saying.
it.
Listen, I'm not saying.
And I know that's what you're saying, but I'm saying
Yeah.
you're saying that because
Yes, I know. Yes,
your
black people gave a fuck.
perspective-
Yes.
But your perspective is not,
Which is all I have.
And this is right. But the thing is,
Right.
The thing is with this, when you talk about this,
Can you put that? Just one favor. The eagle claw finger down because I'm looking at that like it's talking.
Sorry.
It's like
When you,
I
when
feel like
you-
your finger's giving a speech.
when you talk about this,
Yeah.
one thing that I've learned, because I've been doing ever since this whole thing, I've done a bunch of interviews and talked about this.
Yeah.
Is that I don't think very rarely do you have somebody who hates black people.
Right.
Nobody really hates anybody.
Right.
What they do is, but they're indifferent about black people. They don't care.
Right.
And so they don't care the plight that they're in. They don't care that there's systemic racism. They don't care. And so, and then when you try, like I say for a white guy, racism is kind of like a woman's period. Like a guy thinks it's happening, but they just don't think it's that bad because it doesn't affect them.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
My wife's a fucking
That's what I'm-
twat.
yeah.
Oh, she fucking
Yeah.
gets that little 11 right here. She starts looking at me funny like she hates me. No,
11.
but I think, can I say something? My big beef, my big thing in life, what my thing is I hate class. I hate that there's a class of people that look down on most of us.
Sure.
And treat you like shit. And I hate that this class seems they're always the ones telling us what to do, what's right, what's wrong, and they get to flip and be hypocrites. And they have their secret lives that
'Cause
they
they don't
live.
give- they don't give a fuck about
Nah, they don't
anybody.
give a
They
fuck
just
about
give a
everything.
fuck about their
They give
money.
a fuck about their money, and
Yeah.
they're and it's like, wait a minute, the rest of us are out here fucking making it in spite of you rich motherfuckers. And I'm not talking there's the white,
You're not
fucking
talking
whatever.
about, you're not even talking about millionaires. You're talking about.
I'm talking about. There's people that can go to their fucking ATM and their knees don't wobble.
Yeah.
They'll just never have to worry about money again. If they
don't
never
even go to the ATM.
Right. If they don't even know, they got some money manager motherfucker.
Yeah.
They don't even fucking look at that shit. And they somehow look down and fuck with the rest of it.
Yeah,
that bothers
we
me.
talked about that. We were on the phone talking about and how there's a situation where the whole thing is it's the machine has to keep going.
Yeah.
And so part of the machine, when I say the machine, people going to work.
You're not talking about Burt Kreischer.
No.
Because he's a lovely man.
He is a lovely man. I mean, I was talking to somebody about this. It's like if you think about every morning, how many bacon and egg sandwiches
7.
sold every
sorry.
every day, like
You'd
every day.
seven. You'd
The
like
fact that
7 bacon.
the fact that people go to work every day,
Yeah.
there's money being generated.
Yes.
And when that machine stops,
Yep.
that's when the richest people in America stop making money.
Yep.
And so the need to keep that machine going is what's important.
But
to
why
them.
is it? What happened to the need to separate us so much? Like, why are we allowing this?
'Cause if you
why,
don't
wait,
do
let me
that,
finish. Let me finish
you're
the thought.
looking at them.
What I'm saying is, why? Okay, let me finish the thought before you. I mean, I know you know. That was really good. I was like, all right, that's exactly what I was trying to say. Fucking bug me. What are you, my wife?
I would be.
Oh, I know. You would
What a
Cuddle
couple
the
that
fuck
would
out of
be.
you.
eat that pussy.
Imagine you two walking into a room as a couple holding
Yeah.
hands. I
It's going
can't
down.
even. I mean,
We take over the business.
Right?
Yeah, wow.
Right?
We'd have a
We-
Netflix show.
Oh,
We
my
could do it like the
God.
Scalera brothers. with
Yeah.
this-
That's right, Shades and Spice.
Oh, Shades and Spice.
yeah.
We
This-
come out. We give some speech at the end of our. Do a half-hour comedy and then go. You know
Listen,
what?
Just
Fuck.
diversity.
Yeah, we come out, hold hands.
Be race hustlers.
Yeah. No. How about this? You stand there, do your half hour, and then you turn, and I'm behind you.
Yeah.
And I do my half
Hey,
hour.
There
babe.
it is.
I love it. I'll turn you and go, hey, babe, you ready? I'm like, mwah, kiss you in the mouth, and then you go. I'll just sit on the chair while you do it. Hey, fuck you.
Oh,
You motherfucker. I'm so glad we're having fun now that Jared's not going to leave. I'm so glad you're having a good time, you sensitive cunt. I'm going to take it out on a podcast by Bonnie. What the fuck? Anyways, I hate you for bringing that up. I just think that, when are we going to, like, what the fuck's going to happen? How are we all going to get together and understand that, okay, the majority of us are I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
I think that's the problem.
What?
The problem that when you go, all I give a fuck about is my 3 people.
Right.
That is what the problem is.
Can I say why though? It's very
I know why. But I mean,
it's so hard to not be selfish for me. Not everybody was meant to be Chris Rock or Louis or whoever I got to name a girl because I know people, Amy or whatever the hell these people are. I mean, the majority of us might never make it there.
Right.
But you'll make where you make.
Right.
Right? But it's so hard to be a father, to be a husband, to try to do the right thing, try not to do, fuck up and go to work and not be, not get too fucking in your head and be selfish and to, play with the kid when you want to go take a nap and stay with the family when you rather just go do a spot and hang out and get accolades and fucking laughs. And then put that money aside and have to take kids you don't want to take and have to go to play. And then you go there and you're like, wow, I'm really funny. I know I'm funny. Why didn't I sell out? And this guy who was famous 13, 14 years ago, who's not even a comic, sells out weeks ahead of time, makes thousands of dollars more than me, and I got to fucking deal with that. But then go home, here's the check, honey. I got to go back out again. I mean, it's a struggle. It's so fucking hard.
I'm going to say something that I think is...
But it's so hard to do that and to maintain that and keep fighting the good fight because none of us want to give up. We all have a dream and we think we can achieve it and we get little spurts of it and you keep going up the ladder. But then you got to worry about the fucking world and everybody else and causes and things. I don't like bullying, and I don't like fucking snobs. I don't like people fucking taking advantage of people, and I hate fucking racism, and I hate people who fucking treat women like shit. And mainly, I don't like people who treat children like shit. If you want to put a fucking scale, it's kids first with me. 100%. That's where we change the world. That's where you start. You make the kids... like I've said this a bunch of times.
This is why Bobby was my write-in vote for every session
I really
on the ballot.
First of all,
Every
Mike,
I think we're going to flip it to see. We're gonna flip
both
the set.
mics. If I start monologuing, okay, please shut me the fuck up.
Yeah. You should give me like a little sign. Just hold up.
Sorry.
I think part of it, and it's just funny. I talk about this on my podcast all the time, and this goes to having relationships, being able to get to you have guys who don't have access to women. Credibility, authenticity, and empathy. If you practice those 3 things, I think everything works out.
Right.
But you have to practice it all the time in order for it to get easy.
Right.
So
I believe in that. Like the idea that you have a lot of people that like, the empathy part is a big thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to allow people to fuck up for you to fuck up.
Right.
Like it's that's a big thing. That's kind of I went on this one podcast and I made a joke about Kelly Clarkson.
Right. I love her.
she's
I
great.
love her.
I made a stupid joke.
I have all her albums on my phone.
They were
Since
doing
you've been gone.
they were doing the news,
Yeah.
and they were like Kelly Clarkson was on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke, and I said, how could they tell who was who? That's all I said. It's
a funny joke.
Funny joke.
Yeah.
Is it mean? Of course it is.
A little.
Whatever, but it's a joke. You know I'm joking.
Yeah.
And this person I didn't know was like a huge like. There are people on this person's show that you can either make fun of or you're not allowed to make
Yeah.
fun of. And then
Kelly
looked
Clarkson,
at,
one
was
of
on the you're
James
not
Corden, you
allowed.
can't make fun of.
You cannot make fun of
Right.
Kelly Clarkson, and literally was just like 5 seconds just staring me down, like, and I was
Really?
like, okay, let's just move on. Like
that's
and
weird.
and then it became a thing.
Was this Tuesdays with Stories?
What?
Was this Tuesdays with Stories?
No.
The podcast?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, they got so offended.
That would be the joke.
But
Okay.
I-
Just spelling it out. Everybody else got it. You're the one who didn't.
So I'm gonna go.
Again.
I gotta go. It's a vibe thing. But then something happened later to this person where they came out with a comment where they found old tweets of hers and she had been saying bad things about Muslims or
Well,
and it's like that's the thing you gave me.
Dude, here's what. Then that's why I say authenticity.
Right.
Because what happens is, okay, so I had a thing with a guy, and I was at Stand Up New York, and the guy wanted to talk. I was talking about the Kaepernick thing, and he wanted to talk to me. And as he wanted to talk to me, he comes in, hey, can I ask you a question? And I go, look, I don't mind talking about this, but I want to have a discussion.
Right.
I don't want to have a debate. If you don't want to learn anything from me, then we can't do this exchange. I don't want to do it. He goes, yeah, sure. So the first thing he does is he goes, what about black women's highest level of abortions? So I'm looking at this white guy with cargo shorts and Epstein hair, whatever the fuck, and he and I go, I'm just curious. Is this something that you care about?
Yeah.
Like, do you volunteer at Planned Parenthood? Do you trying to? No.
He's just bringing up a stat
you
that
just want
helps
to bring
him.
it because, and so you're dishonest about what you care about.
Yeah.
And so if you don't care about it, don't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
So I'll have an argument. Guys will be talking about the Kaepernick thing, and I don't mind having a discussion about it. But if you can't name 3 unarmed black men, first and last name, I will not have the discussion with you.
Can I say something?
Sure.
The moons over my hammy sandwich at Denny's is amazing. I really care about that sandwich.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just really.
Is it really good?
Oh God, moons over my hammy, over my hammy. You get what they did? My
You see
hammy.
Bobby downstairs. IHOP is not a professional facility. This is what I care about. Denny's is doing it right.
Oh, but look at it! Look at it! Moons over my hammy. Oh my
hammy.
God!
Is that your go-to order?
It's 2 different
My
types
hammy.
of cheesies.
I used to have a goldfish named
Miami.
Richard Fishes.
Richard Fishes.
But no, I understand.
Dick Fish?
I'm sorry for adding a little levity. Jared's going to be there in December, Levity Live.
I'm not.
I know he's not.
I would like to be booked.
Me too. I live 10 minutes away. No, I understand what you're saying. But here's the thing: like, if I thought a certain way on
Hold
Kaepernick,
on. Is the moons over hammy on a secret menu?
no,
Oh, I thought
Regular
it was-
menu.
no, you just add order it. It's always on there. I love that.
Like Bobby's going off menu.
That probably was secret menu, just some cooks fucking around, and then it became.
Then he found out. You ever hear of these secret menus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a show that
Dude.
does that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy from Man Against Food does it.
Oh, the Adam,
Yeah.
Adam Rich, whatever.
The guy they almost killed.
People. He really.
Yeah, he put on weight.
Then he took it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got angry at people.
Well, he got angry because he was
Had
fucking
to
gonna
eat all that
die.
shit, Yeah.
You know, you're not supposed to eat 13 hamburgers in one
Well,
sitting.
you can go home and take a week and
Yeah, but
then
you
come
gotta,
back.
you're filming. You can't.
Yeah.
You gotta film the. What is it like Game of Thrones? You gotta wait 6 months for another episode. In 6 weeks, Adam tries the largest pancake in the world.
I would wait for it like it's a Pacquiao fight. You know.
They give him the hot ones too,
Look at
where
him.
it's like eat
What
like a
fat
gallon
fuck.
of gasoline.
Fuck him for trying to vest on too. Fuck him.
Yeah. He
No
tried to
fat
vest
guy
it.
should ever do a vest.
Well,
like a girdle.
He's trying to straighten it out. He's trying to use lines to his
Jesus
advantage.
Christ.
Yeah, that vest looks like it's crying.
That's dangerous. That's actually that vest is dangerous.
Those buttons are gonna kill a
If
bird.
those are metal buttons. So, anyways, you.
Yeah, if you don't care about it.
Right.
But what happens is people people misrepresent themselves
Right.
so that you give them the kind of this importance.
It elevates
that because if you go look, I don't hate I hate black people.
Right.
Then you're not in the conversation anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't say, well, I just think that the problem. Read it.
The perfect example from kind of like the liberal side of this is now there was this whole article, and I'm not sure New York Times or something like this about all these Instagram accounts of rich mothers that never show the nannies.
Right.
So and it's a level of this because they're thinking, and they don't say this out loud, but they're saying if I show my nanny in my beautiful, it takes me from the normal conversation.
Well, to me, can I say something to you? You have a nanny. My wife stays home, takes care of the fucking kid. Okay, and it's hard, and we could. We can't afford a fucking nanny. It blows me away that these people have nannies that take the kid till from 8 to 5 or 6 every day. They come home, they feed the kid a little, not even anything. They just put him to bed, say goodnight. They see him on Saturday, maybe Sunday, and when they go away, they bring a nanny. It's like, are you being a parent? You're not fucking a parent.
This is the thing. That's why they're taking him out of their Instagram game is they don't want to be out of the judgment game.
Yeah, but you're not
they
a fucking...
be in the good game.
Right.
They want to go out and say and tell people what their political stance is.
As a mother, I feel, but you're not a mother.
I'm not saying you're not a mom. You're a mom, of course.
It
but
depends.
But here's the thing: you go to the park. Go to the park on a Tuesday. It's a bunch of Haitian women with white little toe heads.
Yeah.
Just walking around. I'm like, where the fuck? And I understand, but here's, I think the problem. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. And the way you do that is you sacrifice your family.
Your life to it.
You dedicate your life to it. So instead of
everyone wants to be rich and be in the conversation because there is a conversation going on online. So just like today, everyone's like, go out and vote. They say everyone should vote, but they don't. They're saying vote if you think like me.
Well, no. First of all,
out.
Can I say something? Every fucking actor out there, every comic, they're saying, go vote the way I want you to vote.
Yeah,
they're not saying
they leave that part out.
That's almost like what you said, which is go vote the way I want to vote.
Yeah, but hang on one second. Can I say something? Yeah, but first of all, she was recording me for the gram.
That's a good point.
So she didn't get him.
Right.
So I was repeating it because I'm a goddamn professional. I really did. I just mimic it, but I was a little better than him. My acting was. You'd hire me.
You paused a little bit.
Yeah,
you paused to make it
if this was going to be on Ray Donovan, I get the part.
That's your part. That's yours. I'm the girls feeding line.
Well, that's what I said.
Line.
That's what I said today on my Instagram. I got up, I went down the street, I found out where I was registered. I went down the street. There's 2 seconds, a 3-minute drive. Went in, I voted, and I came out. Are you happy? Can you shut the fuck up now? I'm voting. I don't need you to tell me to fucking vote.
Well,
and they think that, if we all go vote, go blue wave. Whatever. And I'm a registered Democrat, to be honest with you. And whatever. And then people go, what did you vote? None of your fucking business.
It's a crazy world with that stuff. I mean, like it's adults trying to parent other adults.
People.
Like I know the date. I took Dare.
Yeah.
What the fuck you telling me? I can look at a fucking calendar and figure it out.
It says it on your phone.
Yeah. So what do you want? What do you want from me?
You get something in the mail.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, the last time
Google
this
says
thing is crazy.
Go vote. When you Google today, it said go vote.
Look, I get it. It is a fucking
no, but this is we're living in this mob mentality. It goes on with everything. There's an app to tell you whether your friends voted or not. Like we're trying to out people.
Wow.
Right, left and right. And what do you guys? What does that do? That
but
take
you
you out of the
don't care.
conversation?
If you don't care,
but you only care a little bit.
Right.
That's why the app exists
Right.
because you needed an engineer to create the thing
so that you
can
could
make it
actually
easy on you
follow
to judge people.
Yeah.
It's like when you used to have to send hate mail.
But I was voting.
Can you imagine how much energy it used to take to write you a letter about a show that you did?
I was voting today, and
I respect
in one of the boxes, it had the Democrat, Republican, and then it has all the other things. And independent was the same as the Democrat.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Wait a minute. You can't. So you get 2 slots?
Yeah, you can.
How
run
are you?
on,
Huh?
Because there's like people who run as like Democrats and then like the Working Families Party, and stuff
and
like that.
independents, Green Party.
So they can run as a Democrat, and so there's so for the average asshole. I mean, look, if you're gonna vote Democrat anyways, who gives you? But if you're like, who do I vote for? And you're trying to read the shit
You
and
see,
figure
the
it out.
name 3 times.
You see the name, you're like, oh, that's the fucking one.
Yeah.
They're the one. I mean, that guy's pretty popular.
I like
He's
that
only had 3
character.
times.
I should give that. I gotta give that to Bonnie. That's the
Yeah.
one.
The one.
I mean, it's in the it says D and I. That's 2 letters. I love those letters. Yeah,
Thoughtless voter guy.
But if you, Warren, this is the one.
It's called electoral fusion.
Yeah, what the fuck, the fusion? I like my Chinese food Chinese. I don't like Japanese mixed in. I don't want to get fucking lo mein and sushi in the same restaurant.
Keep Japanese. Keep hibachi Japanese.
Yeah, you keep pad thai over in Pad Thaiville, and I want to get fucking bin ma or whatever. I should know.
Bon me.
Banh mi, thank you. Wow, you correct me again in front of somebody. You'll be over there with fucking mushy Mike. Is that what you want?
I said it as a question. Like,
Mike just went, is it bad to be over here? No. You got a Ridge wallet. Shut up.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care, and they're trying to act like they care.
Man,
It's like,
you know what it is? I think all of us, I think the majority of, at least me, we just wanted to go back, just back to when it was, back to the 20s when it was good. No, I'm kidding.
separate bathrooms.
No, I'm kidding. I feel like there was a spot.
It made me frightened.
I feel like there was a spot. I don't know when it was.
No, it wasn't a spot.
For me, not you.
Yeah, okay, fair
For
enough.
me.
Make that distinction.
I feel like we were going in the right direction where we were, I'm going to say this, Obama, I don't care if you think he sucked or he fucked up, he was a bad president, whatever the fuck you think. There was something about him that gave us, the hope and kind of brought us together. No, but it's like, okay, The Rock, you look at wrestling, all right? You look at wrestling. There's a lot of wrestlers, but The Rock stood out. There was something about him that even when he was a bad guy, and he was like, don't you repeat that. He was yelling at the fans. Don't. And they were like, fuck you, we love you, you piece of shit. There was something about him.
Well, I'm not even going to go there.
What?
Well, that character, I know a couple of professional wrestlers, that character he was doing was a crack dealer. That with the gold chains and the Versace.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was
Really?
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely some
it was a
type
drug
of
dealer,
pimpy
like, yeah.
coke dealer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he came out. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you think. Yeah,
He would come in and he would be like, "Cause can you smell?" And the family would like smell. He'd be like, "Shut up! You don't talk over the Rock."
Yeah.
He would literally. He was a heel and a baby face.
Yeah.
He became a baby face. Look at him. Look at that motherfucker. God damn it. That's not him. He's not even picking it up.
Yeah.
Just go back, Rock. I
mean, he was
2000.
He was doing stand up
2001.
in the ring. Like he was killing.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but that
In the
charisma.
ring, he was so good.
It's like we look for that.
This era.
But you
Yes,
also
that's
had an era, like if you were into wrestling, they always had their finger on the pulse of what was going on. So when you talk about like Stone Cold was the conservative right Republican dudes with the fatigues
But-
and the form, and there was like,
Yeah, but he was a beer drinking fucking bald white dude. But
and who
he
did
was righteous.
He used to beat up
Vince
He used to
McMahon.
beat up Vince McMahon all the time.
because he was righteous.
So he was going against
beat
the
up-
establishment.
He was beating up
like
he
a
was-
modern day Robin Hood
Yeah.
type of deal.
And that's why Robin Hood, we love that movie because
Yeah.
most of us love somebody who goes against who takes out the fucking bad guy, the rich people,
Underdogs.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is
What?
that we can't just stay in our little box and go, this is all I care about. So
Are we in a little box though? I mean, don't you think that? This may sound naive. This may sound stupid. Aren't we just humans first, or do we have to continually say women, transgender, trans, she, he, them, he, wit, zed, black, white, tan? I
look,
mean, you're not black
I'm
enough.
I'm not a person that says that it hasn't gone overboard. But you have to look at the historical reference that got you there in the first place. So all these 29 pronouns in the LGBT3 whatever community is because there were guys who were killing gay men and gay women. They were killing them, and that's why you have this whole other thing going. When we talk, when you're talking about, it's like, we talked about this before.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you care if there's a transgender bathroom?
No, but if I think that if you, I'm like you in the sense that if what I do, and we bust each other's balls all the time, but when you do something that hurts somebody's feeling, and you find out that you go, dude, I didn't mean that. But that's really the point.
Bullying.
That's the point.
I hate that.
Right.
If a little boy wants to be a little girl, who gives a fuck?
Well, that's not. You can't go. Who gives a fuck? You gotta. You have to fight for that right, because it like so.
I don't say, but you say this is where you got to break it down. I don't mean I don't give a fuck about them. I care about them enough to. All right, what do you want? How do you want to do it?
But
okay,
you can't
fine.
be indifferent about it, and that's
But
that's the problem. Everybody's indifferent
But
about
I don't.
everything
But
else.
here's the thing: I'm not going to take away. Okay, Jared wants his little girl, to go into a girl bathroom. Jared believes that you're either a boy or a girl.
Hold on.
Hang on. But okay,
I
say
can-
that. I'm just
yeah,
giving you an
okay.
example.
Example.
Becky believes that you can be somewhere in
It's
the
fluid.
middle.
It's fluid.
Right? Okay, so you're the minority. There's only one of you in the school, right? And you want you want a fluid bathroom. Okay, fine. Have a fluid bathroom. But I'm not going to take away his beliefs.
But
I am not going to fucking take away his beliefs.
Right.
I'm not going to deny that.
But if you go,
do you think that's right to take away?
No. But what I'm saying, if you go, I don't agree with abortion, then don't have an abortion. If you don't agree with gay sex or gay marriage, don't marry a dude.
Stop. Slow down. You can't. You're giving too many examples where I can't answer you.
It's an overall generalization.
I know, but I have to understand it. I can't understand it. This is the problem with any conversation, is that people say this epic shit. If you don't abortion and this, and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? And then I'm just nodding my head.
I'm saying
going,
your freedom.
Yes.
My freedom. Can't be taking your freedom away.
Right.
So what you find with the all right, it's they're fighting to take your freedom away.
Right. I don't agree with that.
And that is what the problem is.
That is a problem.
Right. So you don't get to dictate my life because of your religious beliefs.
But you don't. I don't get to dictate their
Absolutely,
life.
but nobody's dictating their life.
Well, no. When you're making somebody.
What are you taking away from if I'm in the position where I want a boys and a girls bathroom,
right?
And then they take the handicap stall and they make that the transgender bathroom,
or they don't even make it that; they just make it the restroom.
You can't.
Restroom.
Yeah, but if
don't put a name on it.
I don't want my little girl or my teenage girl going into a bathroom with a male. Now maybe I'll get over that. Maybe I'll learn.
Nobody's getting molested in the bathroom by a transgender dude who has a size 14 foot.
What are you making a face for?
It's just, where do you draw the line? Like, a lot of parents, previous generations, would have been upset to have their male children go to school with female children as
Absolutely.
well. Or, I mean, like, white and black together was a huge issue for this country.
Still is in this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, you can't.
Jared almost left twice.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to let you draw a line anywhere, because we should really be accepting our friends.
I think you should accept people. I just don't if somebody says, "Look, man, I don't want my little girl going in a bathroom with a boy because I don't believe in that." I'm not going to say "fuck you." That's the way it is. That's the way it is now. Fuck off.
I don't really know if those bathrooms
wait a minute,
exist
stop.
that you're talking.
Hang on, I know they don't exist, but people keep bringing these bathrooms up like they do exist or they're going to exist.
Yeah,
but let me ask you a question.
What they're
well,
doing.
why is certain religions, whatever they want is respected, right? And if you say right wing people, why don't they want that? Why abortion? Abortion is religious based, correct?
Yeah.
Is that why they don't? So
Yes,
their religion is you can't get an abortion because that's killing a life.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. So now, what about other religions that believe in fucked up shit too, like oppressing women and stuff, or about gays being terrible? What do we
I'm
we have to?
I'm totally against religion anyway, because it's illogical, and I don't give a fuck about the spaghetti monster. But that's me.
I think it's a hard thing. I think that what we're going to be pushing through right now, We're gonna get through it. So I don't know when. I don't know how. But it's such a every single level of this is so complicated. It's like
nuanced.
math.
It's so
it's
nuanced.
like fucking math.
Yeah, but here's
because
where
you can't just say.
Here's where it's simplified.
I'm just not gonna say fuck Gavin McInnes. Because. Fuck him. He's a hate group. I've met the guy. He's never did anything bad. I've never seen him do anything hateful.
Hitler was an artist. Like, dude,
you
can't. You know, like
you
he
just
was.
please don't.
No, I'm not comparing him.
But you brought his name up with him,
Yeah,
and
but
I don't
that's
like
not-
that.
But I already.
But
said,
I don't like that.
Yeah, but I'm doing that anyway.
I know,
so
but I don't like it.
I
It's
don't care if you
but
like it.
But I'm not gonna sit there and say.
No,
but
you
see-
can say that. What I'm saying
But
is,
you're
I'm
saying
not,
that he's
I'm not
fucking
ma-
Hitler.
No, I'm not. What I'm
what are you
saying
saying?
is, what I'm saying is that if you're just because
I'm drinking water 'cause
somebody
I'm nervous.
is a nice guy, just because he's a nice
Dante
guy,
said, "I don't care," and I'm like,
doesn't
"All right."
mean if he's not a racist.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I don't think you think Gavin McInnes is a racist.
Yes. By the definition that we just looked up, absolutely. He does think that white guys are better than.
He thinks white people are better.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, I've never seen that. You're saying it from experience, correct?
Yes.
I've never.
The things that he's brought, the topics and
Never
stuff
seen
he
it.
brought up. Why would he bring that up to you? You know, it's not even a thing.
No. To me,
we've had a
to
discussion.
me personally,
we've had
but
discussions.
I've listened to a ton of things that he said, a ton of speeches.
he's
I've read a bunch
very
of shit.
smart, and he knows how to weave.
But
He
but
knows
wait
how
a
to
minute.
thread the needle.
But you have to fucking acknowledge that I'm
not acknowledging that. What I'm saying is that racists don't say I'm a racist. David
ones
Duke
I know do. You don't know that.
because they think that you're.
That's a different
down.
party we
They
have at
think-
my house.
They think you're down.
That's a different barbecue.
I
Gifts
get it.
aren't as good.
I want to come.
They're not as fun.
And they bring shitty gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're made of wood.
a lot of whittling.
Big crosses for the front
Only
A
yard.
lot of whittling.
50s made in America gifts.
Yeah.
They're really no good.
Here's what I think
Expensive.
it simplifies it.
It's a lot of wheelbarrows.
Wooden rocking horses.
Yeah, rocking horses.
Yeah, dolls with
Max has 12 red racers.
Raggedy Ann.
He has dolls with blue eyes that
Yeah.
blink every once in a while.
They're not even hot Barbies. They're just.
I think what simplifies it is you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes.
That's as simple as it gets. But they're not doing that, and they're being disingenuous about who they really are because they still want to be in the conversation. And that is what the problem is.
Yeah.
And then when you go, like, even when we go, well, look, I just want to care about now.
Yeah.
And so we talked about this before. 13th Amendment got in Mississippi didn't get ratified till 2015, which is the abolition of slavery.
Yeah.
It not until when you get white guys and they go get over it.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean like at 2015? But if you go 2015, now there's 4 guys that were activists in Black Lives Matter who have been lynched or shot in the back of the head and set on fire.
Right.
And they're saying, oh, it was a suicide. There's a dude that got hate. There's 4 different dudes that since, and we're
First of
talking
all,
about.
nobody commits suicide by setting themselves on fire. That is the hardest suicide ever. You might as well just jump into a great white shark's mouth.
That's easier.
That's easier.
But so when we say because it's not on your radar, this stuff is still going on.
Look, monks can do it because they know Tai Chi.
Yeah.
That's the one guy that ever do it.
Yeah.
That's so we all know it.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with that guy. If you saw that video, right? The guy never screamed.
No.
What the? Do you understand?
That's discipline.
I held
Yeah.
I had a hot pot handle once. I screamed like a monkey.
You ate a hot pocket.
You sneezed and screamed an hour ago.
I shit my pants. I screamed. I love that these other monks are around him not doing shit.
Yeah. I just think you have an obligation to educate yourself.
Do you
about
hate white people?
No.
Jared, you do.
I'm white. What are you talking about?
Not in.
I was what am I talking? I was just hoping
Well,
for.
you know,
Depends who you
yeah,
ask.
well, if you're going to, they didn't say blacks will not replace us. They weren't worried
No,
about
they
that.
weren't.
They weren't. That's not what they were worried about.
People
Yeah.
don't say, maybe he doesn't say racist things, but if he knowingly takes money from racists, like what does that make him?
You're complicit. You're complicit
I
in
love that
racism.
word.
No, I got a lot of
You used
those.
it a little bit.
No, I don't.
He used it a little bit, a couple times. Go back. This is the fun part about this podcast. Go back. We have
Watch
games.
me say
Go,
complicit.
count how many complicits, how many characters Bonnie did, and how many times Mike had a really good one. We talked right over it because he has the personality of a fucking
he
homeless
whispered them
person.
Send back the stats.
He rolls them in like a marble.
He really does. He is as interesting as a fucking a Mexican at a caravan.
Guatemalan.
Guatemalan, sorry.
But dudes like Gavin, because he came from media, so
Yeah.
he knows how to
He knows how to do
he
it.
doesn't say I like.
I think they all do, though. I don't
but
fucking
here-
listen to
here's-
any of
so-
them.
But it's the
this
thing
is-
where it's like
so
he's-
it's like
yeah.
when you talk about the Megyn Kelly thing, right?
Yeah.
So Megyn Kelly was on Fox saying horrific shit. And then they tried to play her down to put her on a Today Show, which was just a stupid move. So when she goes, "Hey, blackface is fine," you go, "Ugh," but you.
She didn't say that.
She
She didn't say it was fine. She said, I mean, let's say what she said.
You know what it is.
She said, no, because she said when she was a kid.
said,
Yeah. Okay.
She had blackface. But can I explain to you something about blackface that you look at? I actually called Keith and I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of, like I said, a lot of kids aren't taught what we're not taught.
Megyn Kelly's 50.
Hang on one second. I understand that. We're not taught what blackface means. What happened with blackface. And then, I'm telling you, a friend of mine's kid was like, why is it okay to wear an Obama mask and it's not okay to have blackface? They're still not being taught what happened.
But there's.
Now that's not.
But why is that?
Look, man, I would prefer it.
But there's a reason why that's not taught. It's because
Because it's really sad.
You dehumanize
That'd be
people.
the sad week. All right, it's Black History Week. It's going to get really sad, people. Here's your tissues. All right, we start out. There's a ship. It's called Amistad.
If you
All the
if you-
artwork that week would be fucking horrific.
If you dehumanize people,
Yes.
that's how you perpetuate
Yes.
this systemic racism. And I know you said you hate that word.
No, it was the other one.
Which
You
complicit?
use complicit, but you use systemic too a lot.
I
Yeah,
use a
people
lot
love-
of stuff.
Any
Here's-
cis word.
here's-
Yeah, but
here's
people-
Bobby's racism. Every time I show how smart I am, he goes, this
No, because a lot of
you
people,
black, you runaway slave.
a lot of people on Instagram are using complicit.
Oh.
They use that word. You're complicit. You're complicit. Problematic complicit. It's like, all right, relax
Complicit,
with the word.
Problematic. I heard problematic.
I think complicit, systemic, and problematic is being overused.
It's a lot. People
Yeah.
are like, well, it's buzzwords.
Anyways, I understand what you're saying, but it's. I think like, okay, we talked about Roseanne. Should she be fired? No.
I said no, she shouldn't be, but I did for different reasons. I don't want the face of racism to be Roseanne.
Okay, but first of all, Roseanne was. I think Roseanne was.
I don't honestly go, yo, that's the reason. No, I mean,
I think Roseanne was trying to be funny. I don't think she was. I don't think Roseanne is a racist. I think she's
of course she's a racist.
I think but as a racist as anybody.
Yeah, but that doesn't
As a
not
racist
make
as
her.
you.
That doesn't make her not a racist.
Yeah, but if you said something like, okay, what's his name? Oh God, my brain's going. Who's the
give me something.
He got into an accident. A Walmart truck.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. That's a terrible game.
Walmart.
That's a terrible game of charades. Almost died. Walmart truck.
Yeah, like got into an accident. You're like, okay.
Didn't talk right for 3 months.
Well,
Never
took
really
you
talk
2
right.
words and you got it.
He never really talked right. So.
You said wall, and we're like Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
So it worked.
Like what he said about gays, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And he
So
got
he's homophobic.
Yeah, but he was literally at the height of his career. Nobody took anything away from him. He went on a tour, said, "Look, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I was trying to find funny."
But he has an audience. You know, the
Yeah,
thing is
but
like
she has an audience. Twitter is a new. Can I just say something? Just hear me out. Twitter is a new audience for all of us. I used to feel a huge amount of anxiety to come up with funny tweets.
Yeah.
I mean, you were being told by you got to tweet. You got to learn how to tweet. That's how you get fans. That's how you get famous if you tweet and you learn. Fuck off. I'm funny as a stand-up. But I felt a huge amount of anxiety. And I probably lost fans because I am not good on Twitter. Now, I think that Roseanne is one of those people that tweeted, love tweeting. Like a lot of these people love to tweet and say funny shit, fucked up shit, and go after people. And I think that in her respect, that she didn't just go on Twitter one day and say some fucked up shit. She's been doing it forever. That's her thing. And it's a lot of people's thing on Twitter. And she said something to me. She should have been, you fucked up. And it would have been a perfect time to bring it onto the show and expose that forever in front of 20. Do you understand how big that show would have been?
Here's the problem.
And we would have been like, you know what? I get it. The week before she got canned, they did a thing on Muslims moving in next door. And it was like, it's like, yeah, we do have this paranoia. We have this fucked up thing about Muslims. And not all of them are to see it on TV, it's like when you saw Ellen kiss a girl. It just made it go away. Because it made it okay. And you're like...
Yeah, but that all takes time. And here's an interesting thing. The Muslims, homegrown Muslim terrorist acts, of overall terrorist acts, it's 26% Muslims.
Yep.
71% white male extremists.
I don't want to get into this because this is I understand it. What I'm talking about is this. I know famous people that are speaking from the hilt right now on the left wing on how we should act and live that have said, it's
always been that way.
But wait a minute, let me finish. That have have said fucked up racist shit in the name of making not groups of people laugh, a couple at a table out of funny. Patrice O'Neill, all of us have said fucked up shit. Now, this person I don't think should have taking people's lives away. It's a perfect opportunity to say, hey, Roseanne, you fucked up. We got to deal with this. Like Tracy Morgan did.
I don't think that black people are not demanding.
No, it's not black people. Black people didn't give a fuck about Roseanne.
They didn't give a fuck.
No.
But you gotta know. You know why? Because we expect that.
Yeah,
you expect that kind of racism. You expect those kind of statements.
But you don't think when Archie Bunker was on with George Jefferson, I mean, and they had the black guy and the Spanish guy in the elevator,
Sure.
and he walked up and he's like, Mr. Jefferson, I'm equal to you. And he looked at the black guy and he goes, equal to me? You're not even equal to him. And then the black guy went, that's true. You're not. It's like funny. Because you bring out that's racist, it's fucked up, but we laughed.
Yeah, dude, black people didn't laugh at that.
Come on,
you're
kidding me?
That.
People laugh at that now.
No, black people didn't laugh at that.
You speaking for all black people?
Yeah, pretty much.
I need another black person. Get somebody. Call in if you're a black person.
Dude, there is a.
Our number is 917-424-BLACK. It's too many numbers, but figure it out.
I just think that even as look, if I get pulled over, I don't know if I'm afraid that I might not live through.
Wait a minute.
The pullover.
You mean a guy getting pulled over
cop pulls me
with
over.
an apocalypto fucking a Jeep with your face on it?
Actually, I don't get
and
pulled
lights?
over nearly as much with the Jeep because they like the Jeep.
You mean the fucking chopper that goes?
They love that too.
Yeah, that guy. What do you?
But when I had the Tahoe, the blacked out Tahoe, I used to get tossed.
You know, statistically, that's the number one car of a drug dealer in Brooklyn. Statistically, 22%.
See how you doing it?
I'm making that
up. I
up.
was going to hit you with another one.
No, I'm making it up.
Because it's
but you can do that. You do that shit.
Yeah, but you can't do that if you tell the right shit.
Well, listen, I understand that, but what matters to me, as a very dumb person, okay, is having a conversation with people.
I agree
about that.
You gotta have the conversation.
That I can, without doing math, it's pretty simple. You can talk like we talked last night about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you got too heavy, and I was like, dude, you're too heavy. And you're like, all right, cool, I get it. I got it. And we pulled it back, and we had a conversation about it. And and it wasn't like I didn't hang up the phone going, that dumb motherfucker.
No, because So the point is, there are always going to be imperfect allies.
Right.
And if you have somebody and I said this to you, the simple fact that you called me to have the conversation is what needs to be done.
Right.
And if you don't have the conversation, that's the problem. Because how can I tell you what the situation is if you don't ask me and then you don't want to hear it?
Yes, because I had to tell you, look, man, I understand what you're saying, but I was beaten up because I was white in juvie jail. Had the shit kicked out of me because I was a white kid. I went into the wrong part of town that was mostly black, and they were like, "This white motherfucker's gonna catch a beating right now," and I was in all my.
But you do understand that is reactional.
But that
is a reaction, and I understand.
I don't understand that. I don't understand as a 10-year-old. I don't.
No.
Listen. Stop. I don't understand that as a 5-year-old. I don't understand that.
I get that.
As in 6th grade. I don't understand that in kindergarten. I didn't really understand it. Wait a second. I didn't understand it in high school. I didn't really understand it. And then I became this fucking. It toughened me up and took away a lot of fucking shit that I miss about myself.
Sure.
It took away a lot of fucking really fucking cool parts of Bobby that I love that I'm struggling to get back 48 years later through therapy and not drinking and using drugs. It's taken me so long to fucking give a fuck and have intimacy in my life again and not fear being taken advantage of because
you got beat up by some black guys.
Not black people. No, not black people. I'm talking about my life.
Right, sure.
All the people that fucking affected me back then. That's why I'm saying when you raise a child and you raise them in love and you don't raise them in fear, you don't threaten them, you give them all the shit that they need, right? Like if you look at my Max's birthday party, I'm so proud of the fact that that he knows a transgendered woman and her husband,
right,
and he loves them, and he doesn't care, and they love him.
That is the point.
That you are there, that Keith is there, that women are there, strong women.
But that's the point.
There's old
is
people.
that you can't.
But I also have Republicans there too, conservatives.
And that's fine. But my point is, you're taking an active place in doing that.
Right.
You're bringing these people so that he has these experiences.
Right.
But if you get people and they go, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Or you go, just get over it.
Yeah.
You go, just get over what? Get over what's going on right now?
I don't think you can just get over it. This whole process, and we got to stop because we're going way over, and Jared is literally out of the conversation. I always tell, anytime it gets too deep, Jared's like, I'm out. I do Snapchat. I'm trying to get laid. I'm going to spray water on me and make a lot of money.
I'd like a little shower right now.
All right, listen, I think listen, it's complicated, it's fucked up, and you have to talk about it, but you can't just scream over somebody. You can't throw piss on somebody. You can't beat somebody up. You can't.
Yeah, but this conversation is what helps it.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah, you have to. Right. That's what you have to do. You can't. Right now, what's going on is a lot of people going, taking anything you say and going, put it in that direction. That's why we're all double speaking now.
Right.
It's like, I don't mean it against this. This is a real conversation between two different people.
Right.
I think that me and Lisa had a conversation like that too.
Yeah.
Which I was. I think she stopped following me though. Yeah. I think I don't know, but I still love her. I don't give a fuck. We had a good conversation about sexual harassment and about the Louis thing, and it was a great conversation about it. And nobody would hate. I love that girl, and I don't give. Nobody, you're gonna email me or text, dude. Fuck that. No, that's a friend of mine. She's allowed. She can have a different point of view, and I can learn from her. Maybe she learned something from me. Maybe we don't, but it's still a friend of mine.
I always get invited in for a very special YKWD.
I just watched Leguizamo.
You were there for that one, right?
Yeah.
You didn't say a word. This fucking pussy just
watched and had a good time.
Had a lot of water. It was a good podcast.
On Netflix, I just watched the Leguizamo. He has a thing on.
Who's that?
John Leguizamo.
Oh, yeah.
He does a thing about Latino heroes and stuff like that, and Latino history. And I'm not. I know I play Latino in the movies, but I'm not. And
I used to.
and it was just to listen to it. What their story is what gives you the empathy. But if you just go, I don't have nothing to do with that. And it was just he talked about the Incas and the Aztecs and stuff. I like listening to that stuff, but it also gives you a perspective on something that you don't have, and then you're not going, these.
Yeah, but you can't negate your story. And your story.
I'm not saying you do.
Wait, hang on one second. I can't put anybody. I can't sit there and go, I understand them fully.
No,
Hang on,
no,
let me
that's
finish.
not what I'm
Let me
saying.
finish. I understand, but let me finish what I'm saying before you fucking step on it. What I'm saying is that. I'm saying is that that's great. You can tell me your story. I'll enjoy it. I'll understand it more, and it'll open my life up. But my story, okay, is my fucking life. I have my problems. My sister is dying. You know what I mean? My mother is pushed to the limit. My father just had to get another job at 60-something. My son, my wife, my family. I mean, there's a lot of shit in my life. So when you say you have to understand me,
I don't mean.
And wait, you have to understand this and them, and I have to understand everybody. It's like, look, you should have empathy and you should try to, but I don't fucking hate somebody who says, look, man, I'm fucking trying not to fucking sink. Because I think most of us are. There's a very small percentage that aren't, and they keep screaming and yelling at the rest of us who are, and they're never going to worry about shit. If they need a kidney, they'll fucking get one. If they need a fucking boat or a plane, they'll always be in first class. They'll always have fucking everything. And the rest of us are like, how can I be like you? And you'll never be like them. Yeah. The only thing you can get is happiness, and it's free. But it's hard to get to.
The problem is that if you have an opinion on something that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, then shut the fuck up.
Yes,
and that's
I agree with
really
that.
the thing.
Yes.
So when you get, and this was my thing about Gavin.
Yeah.
I had a conversation. He was like, black single parent mothers and welfare and blah 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 blah. Yeah. And I go, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Right. I go, you're talking about something. You don't even know the history of this country to do that. Because I said this to him, and I'll close it out. Because I said, I wish I had the confidence that you have about race. When everything that's happened in the history of this country, white dudes have been on the wrong ethical side of it. Right. So when you talk about the Trail of Tears, the murder of genocide of Indians,
we're not ending on this, by the way. We're not ending on this.
Okay, all right. Native Americans,
Trail of Tears. What the fuck?
Just
stick to slavery.
I just want to take something back from before. I'm Jewish, not white.
right.
Well, that's another thing.
Well, even that, this country didn't go into World War II until it was late, until after the Holocaust. We held back on that. So it's
not because we hate Jews.
No, but you don't give a fuck.
No, listen.
They don't
this
give
is the
a
problem.
fuck.
This is the problem with you. Is that you're saying that all white people don't give a fuck.
I'm saying people don't give a fuck.
Listen.
But a generation ago, Bobby wouldn't have included like his wife as part of his inner circle, or 2 generations ago. That wouldn't have been a concern. We are making progress.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That needs to be said.
Absolutely.
Let's close on that.
Yeah.
All right? Jared, what do you got? Well said. God.
When does this come out?
This is never coming up.
Never coming out.
I'm splitting this up into 10-minute segments over the next 7 years.
Put in little excerpts. You do it like the advertisement reads.
Just Bobby saying, I just shit my pants. And that's the whole episode.
That's the episode.
Yeah.
The episode's called I'm Gonna Go. And
I'm
it's
gonna
just,
get out of here.
I'm going to get out of here.
At Jared Freid on Instagram. That's where you find me.
Jared, you always, man, fucking
Pleasure to
kill
be
it.
here.
Even when you get a little fucking on tilt because you're really
A little emo.
No, he pulled it. He goes, "Why am I here? I'm sick. You know what I mean? I like Bob. It's all right, but I don't need this shit. I got all the listens I was gonna get out of this fucking scumbag. I'm done."
At Jared Freid.
At Jared Freid. Dante, what do you got?
Just such a bunch. I don't put my dates up, but tweet at me if you don't want to come out. I'll tell you where I am. I usually just tweet it out.
Okay.
Dante Nero, Instagram, the Dante Nero. I'm rebranding my podcast. It's not going to be the Beige Phillips. It's going to be Man School 202. I'm getting ready to rebrand and drop it again. So, relationship advice, life advice, and sex advice.
I want to say, go to the Comedy Cellar in Vegas. The club is popping. If you're in Vegas, you got to check it out. Comedy Cellar Vegas is the hottest comedy club in Vegas right now. It's at the Rio.
Voss
The
is there this
lineups
week.
are fucking. Voss is there this week. If you're in town, you're a fan of me, Voss. And speaking of that, you guys have been on my Instagram. You guys have seen all the clips we made this week of Voss live from the shed. You have to check out this episode. Become a member. I want to thank all the members of my Patreon, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. If you're a fan of mine, go there right now. It's a price of a cup of coffee a month, maybe a caramel macchiato. Not really a cup of coffee, maybe a little more. Listen, what I'm saying is it's one cup of coffee a month, and you're a fan of me, and you support that. All the stuff we put up there, one-on-ones. I put live from the shed. I put a ton of shit goes up there just for you guys. So right now, live from the shed, me and Rich Voss. It's one of my favorite episodes. You can go to my Instagram, check out the clips that we put up there if you want to check it out before you go and become a member. All you members, I love you for doing it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. If you're still on Libsyn, please transfer over here. The back, I hear you guys sending me these emails about all the backlogged episodes. We're going to figure that out. You're going to be able to get those too. All the episodes of YKWD are available to you people. We're just going to figure it out over the next month or so. It's a process, but you will be able to get those. If you're a member of the Patreon, you will get stuff that nobody else gets. What else, Mike?
Stay tuned. We have a lot of new stuff coming out. A lot of new stuff you can just like interact with Bobby. A lot of like just not touch him or anything weird like that. But
Yeah, we're going to be doing live Patreons from YouTube only for you guys. All kinds of cool stuff. And go to robertkellylive.com. I am going to be this week, Minneapolis at the Great Acme Comedy Club. Next week, me and Mike, I believe, at Pleasantville in New York, Lucy's Lounge. And after that, I'm at Uncle Vinny's on Friday night, the 16th of November. Saturday night, the 17th, 2 shows. Make sure you go out there for that. And then we have Rochester the day after. I got Mike Caltas coming in to celebrate Thanksgiving with me with his family. I'm really excited about that. What else do we got? What do you got there, White Mike?
I'm at Mike Abruzzi on all social media, and I got a podcast called A Little Time, and you can get that on iTunes or wherever else you get podcasts.
All right, thanks.
On the
buddy.
Laughable app. I'm on there.
You are?
Yeah.
Ooh, fantastic.
Look at that.
Proud Boy member. Don't say that.
I would love if you didn't.
Becky, what do you got?
If you like stand-up photography, I'm at Human Places on Instagram. The E's of 3.
She's great. She's the best. One of the. I was so happy you're part of the show. So happy. What do you got, Mike?
Well, Bonnie McFarlane, she's going to have the Secret Handshake show she has every month.
Yes.
A lot of good guests on there. Gabby
Where
was
is
on it
that?
last month. It's at the Stress Factory, New Brunswick.
Stress Factory, New Brunswick. It's very close to the city, and I think it's exit 9 off the Turnpike, right there. Great club. Vinny Brand owns it, and it's. I heard the show's killer.
Yeah, you have Alex Cahart, Justin Silver, Mike Becchione. It's going to be an awesome lineup.
That's a great lineup.
And she's going to be at the Edmonton Comic Strip. Sorry, I don't have her dates. The weekend after. So
Great. And go to my website for all my dates. What else?
Oh, I'll be at the Laugh Out Loud in San Antonio. Got my own dates. Laugh Out Loud in San Antonio for New Year's, and I'll be at the Improv in San Antonio for Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Great. You guys are the best fans of the world. Hope you had a good time. You know what, dude? See you next week.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.